Yeah, I know we lost touch, but I'm still here. We were young, we were kids, it was something rare. I told you everything, but when it all burned down and you were left with nothing, did you question God or did you see it coming? Come on, oh come on, yeah. When it all burned down and you lost my number, or you couldn't even call, didn't know if you recovered or not. Come on. When it all burned down and you were left with nothing, did you question God or did you see it coming? Come on, come on. You were someone I trusted with all my heart. Always understood where I was coming from. You cared about me, but when it all burned down and you lost my number, or you couldn't even call, didn't know if you recovered or not. Come on, come on. When it all burned down and you were left with nothing, did you question God or did you see it coming? Come on, come on. And I didn't know if I would see you again. Oh, did I lose you? I think I might have lost you. But when it all burned down and you were left with nothing, did you question God or did you see it coming? Come on, oh come on, yeah.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. New hero talents are in. Boys, I took a look at them. I threw a vid together. I was hoping to wake up a little bit earlier, but dude, my brain was not gonna let me get out of bed. It was just not happening. I was exhausted, dude. I tried to go to bed early too, and my body was just like, yo, it's been a long week. Just sleep right in. I'm like, no, I don't want to, dude. I want to get up. I want to do stuff. I want to open up my vaults. I want to get my videos done, all that. My body was like, nope. So I fought against it as best I could. Here we are. Clip is out. Take a look at all this stuff. Giving you guys my feedback. I want to take a look at them on this stream as well, just because they're so fun to look through. I mean, I'm just still like really dissecting a lot of the talents, right? I gave my first impressions, stuff that I like, stuff that I didn't. But then it's like the more I sit there, the more I think about them. And I'm also getting into like talks between the homies about like, well, what do you think about this? What do you think about that, right? I mean, my opinion for some of them is being solidified. Like if I like them or I don't, it's just like reinforcing it. Or some of them though, it is changing. Like the rogue one with Trickster and using feint offensively. Wild, wacky, weird, but I don't necessarily hate it. Not at first. Like, at first I was like, you know what? I could see an issue here, but nowadays, like, I feel like I softened up on that one a little. But hey, boys, how you doing? Welcome back. Let me get the music going. I also want to go and open up my vault stuff. I got a lot of vaults I got to open up today. So I think I'm going to start off with that one, though. How you doing, by the way, Shane? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. Hell, hey, how you doing? Also, we got SOD, dude. Huge updates for SOD. See, if you're playing that, that's mad. Favorites updates? Skip. No, thank you. Is there supposed to be like a whole new, like... Oh yeah, WoW Classic PTR updates. Also, they changed this completely. What's up, Templar? How you doing, my man? Yo, have you take a look at the new hero talents, my guy? I want to take a look at those in just a second once I get my my boxes open for the day. But I just like the classic era. What do you even have? Like, what PTR for classic do I even have? Is it Wrath? Or is it just like actual classic? I guess just classic? But it doesn't have SOD, doesn't it? No, it doesn't have SOD. Okay. I guess it's like SOD changes that came in today, because SOD did also get a bunch of updates today as well. Like tuning, and I guess they're adding like an XP buff, and they're gonna like add, what else? Make mounts cheaper, and they're changing like the whole idea about how raids are gonna be done at max level, at level 60 and 50. So like 20-man raids instead of 40-man raids, so that's gonna be kind of wild, honestly. I don't remember which of my characters do have a vault, but I know that my mage and my rogue has gotten some stuff. And I think maybe the Evoker's gotten the key done. I don't even know. So I'm going to go through those really quickly. Try to see if I can get this couple of characters out of the way. Whatever like I remember doing or don't remember doing. I know that I did a thing on like... This guy's in a different spot. Yeah, he did a key. This guy, I don't know why I put him over here. I think I was trying to see if I could put him out to get some B-roll on this man's. And I decided to park him just because I was like, you know what? I could also do some PTR. PTR is going to be easier. Or something along those lines. I don't really remember. But this guy apparently does have... a box from the Great Vault. Also, March this Friday. Trading Post should be getting updates too. Hello? Did anybody see this? I was just running into like towards the vault and I ran into like an invisible wall. Did anybody see that? Or did I just imagine it? Hold on a sec. Was that real or not? What's up, Mike? How you doing, my man? Yo, late stream today, dude. Late stream. Yo, do I grab the trinket? I think I grabbed the... or not? Hold on. I don't think I grabbed the trinket. Wait, I think it's like... Wait, what does it say? Veteran heroic? Is that time walking? Huh. Okay, I guess we're gonna do aspects, crests, or tokens or whatever. I don't even know if I have enough to like make anything. I have 6. But like, I don't think I buy sockets, right? I don't think I buy splinters. I have so many. I just need crests or flight stones. And with 75 flight stones per, maybe that's what I use this on later, dude. Maybe that's what I use it on is flight stones. Or worm crests or something. I need to figure that out. I'm just gonna keep this character like logged over here. I need to figure that out. Let's do my play classes. I also want to try to see if we could try for the Lego today, dude. I am feeling the Lego. I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. I think we could do it. I think today could be the day, which will be absolutely hilarious. We just walk in and get the Lego today, dude. Oh, man. I started working on my mage, too. Like, I've been actually grinding out keys and everything. I did a 17 last night. I was able to get in the group. You hear Talon surprised there's shaman? I am actually surprised there's no shaman. I'm surprised there are 2 druids and 2 paladins. I was thinking, like, this would be the perfect time for a shaman. But I'm surprised, man. Let's get the Lego. Yeah. We'll take a look at what I get from my Great Vault. Then we'll take a look at PvP talents or hero talents. Really? Nothing? Did I kill Farak and Heroic on this thing? Okay. Mage and us got a bunch of stuff. Sad thing is, probably could have had 8 hero specs. This still will come out before the shaman. Yo, true, dude, true. Yeah, Paladins probably would get him a little earlier. But then again, look at the Paladin ones. They're very, like, straightforward. Right? Except the sunspots thing for Holy and Red. But, like, for the most part, they're not mechanically crazy. Neither is Prod and the red one for Templar. It's just, like, Hammers McGee. You know what I mean? Like, they're not crazy. I think I take the pants, right? I'm a sim. I don't even know what I'm supposed to take here. I'm a sim it. Yeah, I was thinking Shaman would be the play. I am glad they did Warlocks though. I'm glad they did Rogues. And I'm also glad they did Warriors, honestly. Like Colossus, I was interested about that one. That's one that I think I ended up calling pretty well. I said Rogues, and I said it's probably going to be Deathstalker, and ended up being Trickster. I think it's a nice middle ground between Deathstalker and Fatebound. Trickster is interesting, by the way. I got words about that one. Wildstalker, the Druid one, Resto Feral, it's probably the most passive one out of all of them, though. Like, not to say I'm disappointed, but like a little. Yeah, looks like the Pants is going to be the play, like 2,000 more damage. Alright, sounds good. And chest beats with the stats. I guess I'll keep the Pants as is, because it really wants me to go crit mastery. I guess I'm lacking those two stats pretty badly, huh? Okay, we'll grab them. I don't have enough gold to actually buy a normal Pant chance, so I need to hold our horses there for a second. But that'll be an upgrade in the long term. Where is it? Here we go. I'll keep it like this, just because I'll hop on a character. I'll see that the Mog is all kinds of weird, and I'll be looking at the actual gear and be like, why is the Mog all messed up? Oh, that's why. Because I have pants. Unless they recently reduced the price on these things. Hold on. They did reduce the price. Could I sell a bunch of this garbage here? Do I have just enough? I need like if I swap these out, like I'm not gonna run these. I'm not gonna run this trinket like ever. I'm not gonna use this trinket either. I don't need the chest. Maybe? No, I don't think I have enough. Hold on. What if I'm not gonna need this either. Is that enough? Why am I barely? I just need like what, 100 more. Why am I pretending like this character is straight up in poverty too? Like I have gold in my main. I'm just trying to be like efficient and optimizing the gold that I do have. Is that good for anything? I don't even know. 20 right here. Hold on. I want to take a look at if I have anything in my bank that's just like raw gold. Make consumption great again. What's consumption again? I guess I do have 5 gold here, 5 gold there. I don't even know why I have so many of these. Okay, that'll do it. That'll be a lot for me to sell, but I don't need these anymore. I got all the transmogs you can get. I kept these just because I stored so many, and I just like would send them from my alts to this guy just to store them. But I guess now it's gonna be 5 gold times whatever. Man, having like a Wikara or like an add-on that lets you like sell multiple things at once in a single click would be really helpful in this situation, right? Okay, at least I have the gold. Once I get through all of these, I will definitely have the gold. I do want to know how much like every one of these altogether being sold like would make at the end of the day. Yeah, I would do the what is it, exile reach on alts, and whenever I kill rares and stuff, I would get a lot of these like items, right? And I would just like send them over to my mage just to store them, just to hold them. I didn't know like if I would need them or if I was trying to gear a bunch of alts or whatever, but it's just like the amount of gear I gotten from Exile's Reach was ridiculously good. So I just kind of kept them on the character and I just forgot about them since, you know? It's not like I've been trying to store them or hoard them for a specific reason. It's more like, yeah, I'm just kind of holding on to it in case I need it. And then the expansion moved on to the next patch and I kind of forgot about all of that. And here we are. Now that made me about like 425 gold. Perfect, just enough for me to be able to get a enchant for my legs. So, you know, it served its purpose. It served its purpose. I'm not a hoarder, trust. I just forgot. I have a bad memory. Hoarding and just being forgetful are 2 different things. Trust. That sounds like copium, dude. It sounds like such copium. But this character's actually feeling kind of good, man. I'm almost 470 atom level. I think I could break that this week pretty easily just from playing. If I do high enough keys, I'll be chilling. Hey Dal, returning to WoW. I don't know what to play. What class would you recommend for PvE and PvP right now? Demon Hunters are really good. Rogues are really good. Mages are a fantastic choice. Warlocks also pretty good. Hell, Priests are pretty good. Like, if you're looking to play healer, I'd say, like, Rusted Druid is pretty good. Desk Priest is pretty good. Mistweaver Monks are pretty good right now. Like, if you're playing a Monk, Windwalker is good. Mistweaver is really good. Tanks, I would say if you want to focus on tanks, Red Paladin, but Prop Pally also would be really good. Paladins in general are pretty good. Maybe, like, Holy is kind of mediocre, but it should be good, better next season for the Faded season. Demon Hunter tanks and DPS are both really good. I'd say Warriors are pretty good, too. Like, tank Warriors are kind of a niche playstyle right now. They're not really super popular, but like Arms and Fury are both good on like PvE content, dungeons, raids, PvP, right? What I miss, go back and go over it. Nah, I'm just taking a look at some of my gear, man. That's all I'm doing. Just take a look at some of my vault stuff. Yo, Dal, waiting for participation for you tonight, good man. Yo, Don, we're gonna get into the whole hero talent thing in just a moment. I've never played a healer and I've always been interested. If you are looking to play a healer, I would say specifically right now, monks are good, but monks are either really good or they're very mediocre, and it's just they end up getting in a good spot where they're good. So if you're looking to explore monk, it's better if you're looking for like the entire class rather than a spec specifically. If you are looking for a spec specifically, I'd say Rusted Druid is pretty good. I'd say the Disc Priest is really good if you're looking to play Disc. They made it a little bit easier. Holy Priest is also really solid too. And I would say that, what's another good class? Yeah, those are the ones that I think are probably the most safer choices, because Monk is good now, but like you never really know. Monk has historically been a class that's either hot or cold, right? It's either really good or everybody is like seeping on it because nobody really picking them up at all. It's one or the other. It literally listed every spec. No, I didn't. I didn't list Shamans, right? I didn't say anything about Shaman. But like if you want to play melee, Enhancement is a pretty solid choice. But at that point, I'd probably pick a Rogue or a Demon Hunter just because it's a more popular melee that's likely to like maintain like its good position for a bit. Mr. is one of the best healers to get into as a DPS player. Yeah, they're pretty good because basically whatever you learn as a Mistweaver, you'll be able to apply it. I think I take the Helm, right, just for the item level. I think, yeah, DPS Mistweaver is really good because like if you want to learn Windwalker, learning what you learn as a Mistweaver, you'll be able to kind of transfer over to Windwalker pretty easily, as well as Brewmaster, just because of a melee healing playstyle. Like Mistweavers right now have two builds. One is like a range healer build where you like use the soothing mist ability where you can heal allies from a distance and you put up hots and stuff, and it's very, very strong. Like it's really good for mobility. It has really strong windows where you summon your Jade Serpent Celestial and you put up a bunch of big heals with enveloping, and that'll also heal everybody around you, and you're putting hots, and it's very mobile, very strong throughput, really good at single target healing. So like if a tank is going to be in trouble, or like for Farak, when there's a healer mechanic, like Mistweaver is excellent there. But again, hot or cold, sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's not, and it ended up being in a good spot. But yeah, it's just to be careful with it, right? I wouldn't like, if you want to main it, I would only main it if like you'll love it. It is the love of your life. It is the best thing you've ever played. It is the most fun playstyle you've ever experienced. And like that's settled. You're in. That's it, man. That's all you're playing. You know what I mean? So just be careful, right? If you're looking for like next main or whatever, because that's usually what people look for. Is like, I want to get a next main, dude. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for that change. I would be very careful with monks, if anything. That's what I would say. Just be very careful with them. All right. Also, I got Rogue. I think maybe the Evoker got some too. Mr. also been my priest in PvP. Always beats my priest heals in PvP. They're a really good throughput class. It's just either they're like well tuned or not. They don't have much besides like throughput. Either they have really good throughput or they don't. You don't really get both. You just get one. Yes or no. It's not great. But like, I hope they can figure something out with hero talents to give them a little bit better stuff to work with. I don't play DPS, but don't mind DPS and the healing. Monk is good. Disc Priest is another good one because Shadow Priest, Disc Priest, damage healing, that'll work pretty well. Druid is another one if you want to play DPSing while also healing. Because Druid right now, like an M+, you'll start out as primarily a healer, right? Keeping your allies alive. But then there's downtime because you have healing over time. Once you get really good at the whole, like, setting up heals, right? Oh, my allies about to take huge bits of damage. Let me get a couple of hots rolling ahead of time. And this is like, damage goes out, your hots are just doing the thing for you. As soon as you set it up, you get them flourished, which is like extended duration to make them tick more. Big flourish. they're counteracting the damage. There's a downtime for a rested druid where you can shift into cat form and do some damage, or put some sunfires, moonfires out, or do some like rested druids can actually do some real damage if you want to build into a hybrid build. So if you want to play a class where you want to have the hybridness of like going all in healing or go a little bit of damage while still primarily being a healer, rested druid is another good one that's also fantastic long term. That's generally has been strong at the very bare minimum in dungeon content. That's one thing historically that's been good at from the release of Mythic Pluses into now. And that has stayed a consistent thing that I don't think is going to be changing anytime soon. Sometimes they're really good on raids, sometimes not as good as other healers, but generally really good at M+. And PvP. Like that hybridness just gives you so many windows and ways to like alter the way you play your class. And it's awesome. I think it's definitely worth investing into. Just because of its historical nature. Give me a dagger. Oh, you know what? Give me that AD. Give me AD. Trinket. No. No AD trinket. Is any of this stuff good? Like in any situation? Probably not, right? Yeah, not at all. All right, we're gonna take another one of these, and I guess that's another socket. I bought boost yesterday, but when I make a tune, it says internal error. Can I get any help? Let me look. WoW boost internal error. Internal error when using a character boost. There's actually a blue post. Here we go, my guy. If you have issues like this, I just typed in WoW boost internal error and it gave me this. Internal error when using a character boost. Can't boost a character, I receive internal error. Wrath of Lich King Classic. Is it just for Wrath or is it for retail? It's not possible to apply a boost in a fresh realm. Currently includes US realms, Sky Fury. Are you trying to make a character from one of those realms? Just create a WoW account if you purchase a shop. Character boost payment proceeded. It should take no more than 24 hours. Please try again tomorrow. So if you... Hold on, let me look this up again. Because that was a... Eternal Hour needs a character boost. It only told me about, like... Oh, okay. Here's another one. Maybe this will help you. You tell me if that's something you did recently, but if you recently applied another character service like a transfer or a faction change, you must wait 72 hours before you can use a boost. See, if you recently... Not those servers? Yeah, retail. That's why I was trying to get more relevant info. It says if you recently applied a character service like a transfer or a faction change, you must wait 72 hours before you can use a boost. If you just upgrade an account by purchasing from the upgrade shop, you won't be able to use a free character boost until the payment's proceeded. It should take no more than 24 hours. So maybe that helps you? Possibly? Did you recently buy another, like, or did you do any other character services on your account? Let me see if I can find like a forum post. I haven't done anything. Barely made my account. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to see if I can find one for retail. Okay, I don't know if this will help at all, but this is like a recent one with the patch 10.0, so this is like towards the start of this expansion. I have a Shadowlands boost. I'm trying to get on a trial character, and Dragonflight gives me an error. If you're trying to, let's say, boost a trial character, discrepancy, this guy says it's likely a level discrepancy, as it... I've never heard a way to de-level characters. Delete the trial, recreate it by using a boost to create a new character. So if you're trying to like boost a trial character, and then use like the trial to boost them, I guess you would just need to try maybe creating a new character and using boost on that character immediately. Possibly. Asking Google will do it for you. I appreciate that. That's about all I could find though, my guy. That's about all I found so far. I'm trying to like look through some of the other forum posts as well. Eternal error. Yeah, a lot of them pertain to classic though. A large majority of them pertain to classic WoW though. So I'm trying to skip over those as best as I can. Can boost the character. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that's specifically about your issue. If anything, I would open up a ticket and try to see if maybe one of the somebody over at Bliss can like help you out with the issue. That's like the best I could really think of. There's like the next best step. Yeah, that's about all I find. Okay. Hoping it gets figured out, my guy. I tried to Google it, there's nothing. Yeah, I would open up a ticket if anything. Like, I would give it a little bit of time, and if it still doesn't work, I would open up a ticket. That or try to see if you can boost, like, let's say you're trying to boost, like, I don't know, a rogue, for example, right? And maybe it's a trial character. Try to see if you can just make a new character and see if you can boost that one instead. Like, give them the same name or similar name or whatever. Thanks, fellas. I put a ticket and I was too busy. Okay. Hopefully that'll get it resolved then. That's about the best I could really offer. Do I actually have like all my stuff socketed, by the way? Socketed. Yeah, actually fully socketed. I don't even know what I spend the sockets on. They're just spending on the subsets because I don't need like crafted gear anymore. I don't necessarily have need gold. I don't need flight stones on this thing. I guess I'll buy another socket just so I have one. Maybe like my sub build I can buff up or something. Right? Because there's no socket here. There's a socket here. These things are socketed. That isn't socketed. So I guess I could do this, right? To give this a bit of a socket. And I guess I'll put it Master Versa. Just to like put something in there. Dude, at this point my character, I need just like slight item level increases here and there, but not even that much either. Yeah, but my main is just, I mean, stocked. This is why it's been fun, like doing a little bit of this, like, you know, searching through and trying to see if I can get another character fully geared out, just because you get like the early days of the leveling journey and stuff, you know what I mean, or gearing journey rather, right? Those early days I kind of miss them. Management PvP now it's pre-mades. Oh my god, last night I had to wait 1 a.m. to get a game without pre-mades. Make a CDM pre-mades that don't. Are you talking about like random battlegrounds, or are you talking about like RBGs where like you are supposed to queue as a pre-made, or do you mean like randoms? Because I know there's pre-mades that sometimes like roll as a 5-man squad, but that's really about as big as a pre-made can really be. Unless you mean like classic, but I'm pretty sure you can make like a 10-man pre-made. Epic BG, oh. Yeah, isn't there like a thing? Okay, so I'm not 100% on this one, but isn't there a thing with epic BGs like where like groups of 5-man queue at the same time for the same BG on the same faction? And they can like sometimes get put all in the same like same instance? Isn't that a thing that groups like Discord communities or guilds do? Or am I mistaken? Because I might be just fibbing. I might straight up be fibbing right now. Hold on. I also need waste. I need clasp. I like how it's the same price as like a rank 2 one as well. Do you have to pre-made to be an RBG? For RBG, yes, you have to be. Let's say add solo RBGs, and then that'll be fun. I feel like once they add solo RBGs where you can queue solos, like, you know, maybe one flex tank DPS class in there, 3 healers, bunch of DPS. I think that'd be kind of fun. Or maybe they make it like, what, 8-man, so then you don't really need a tank, right? And then just the rules. I think that'd be a lot better. Kind of like what they do for like the, what is it? Like the Battleground Blitz, the BBs. Solo RBG would still be, dude. Yeah, BBs. I think Battleground Blitz basically going to be solo RBGs, man. Except like the rules, they are a little bit different though. But I could be wrong. Don't know about the concept. I thought they'll make a 40-man queue. No, you can't queue for Epic BG altogether. At least I don't think you can. You have to like find a way to cheese past the game, because you can only queue as a 5-man for anything. But let's say if you have a bunch of groups of 5-man queue at the same time, and they're all like, oh, all of us had a queue pop at the same time for Ultrac Valley. Yep, we're all in the same instance. Because if all of them got the same queue pop for the same BG, yeah, it's like a really good chance that you got on the same one. And you can kind of like, you know, run in and cheese things out. And then people just hang out in the Discord together and coordinate where they go. Like Alliance, I remember, used to do that. Like there was whole guilds and communities that streamed themselves doing epic BGs, and that's all they did. And they're super hyper coordinated, which is like, it's fun to be part of that group, but I think it's super unfun to be on the opposite end when your team, right? Your entire team is just like a bunch of goobers hanging out, have no idea what they're doing, running all over the place like chickens without a head, right? They're just out here just to chill, hang out, play some BGs, you know, nothing crazy. Right, that's all they want to do is just relax, and all of a sudden they going up against like an entire raid group, and now they gotta sweat, and like people will just leave or give up. They'll just rather bail. But like, unless that group that's pre-made like this, right, queues up together, unless they go for like a quick win, like they can really stretch out a game and just farm honor. So you have to like just basically have to either AFK, go do something else, play another character, that or like saying like, go in the corner of a map and just chill there and hope nobody finds it, just not to give him any more honor. Right? Just it's demoralizing. It is awful, but it's like one group could basically run the entire show. It's fun to be on that side of the things, but not fun to be on the opposite end. Yeah. Hello, France. What's up, Bully Man? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one. What's Heckly? Heckly is an add-on that kind of more or less tells you what abilities you should be using next in your character's like abilities and rotation, more or less. But yeah, that's Heckly. Why? Or is that a meme? Or is that supposed to be a meme? What is Heckly? Unless it's a real question. All right, let's take a look at these hero towns, boys. I got my characters all situated here. We're good. We're golden. Let's take a look at what Blizzard offers, man. So I'm actually gonna take a look at them through like the WoW head, like talents. Oh, and the funniest reaction because of Heckly LMAO. The funniest reaction because of Heckly. What do you mean? What'd you do with Heckly? Anyway, hero talents. So we got ourselves like a ton of them, man. Like a bunch of them. 8 is, I guess, is it a lot? Not a lot? I don't know, man. All of them placeholders for now, though. So, like, everything is subject to change. Nothing is final. But, yeah. What do you guys want to see first? Because we got 2 Druids. We got the Warlock. We got the Rogue. We got 2 Paladin ones. We got the Evoker. And we got the Warrior. What do you want to see first? Because I want to give you guys my thoughts, what I like, what I don't like. And I need you guys, like, I want to also hear what you guys want to say. Because, dude, right now is the time to give feedback. What do you like? What do you don't like? Right? Now is the perfect time to do it. That was a great time to do it. Warlock or Evoker? You picked my 2 favorites. Let me go with Warlock, man. Diabolus? Hell yeah, dude. Diabolus is the play. So, the basic setup, we'll get a Warrior afterwards. How does that sound? Because I want to do that one too. We'll do like a one I like, one that's like mediocre. Or not mediocre, but I'm like kind of medium for it. You know what I mean? Alright, I also kind of want to do this. Tier list maker. Can I make like a tier list thing? Just a basic tier list for anything. Can I just make like a template? New tier list, make a template. Hero specs. Wow. Right. Make your own template. Single-use template, create public template. Single-use template. Sure. How do I add, like... How do I add... Crap. How do I add, Am I stupid? Hold on. I want to make a tier list out of this. Things I like, things I don't like. How do I add, like, anything here? Is there a way to add stuff? I just want to add like the names for them. Make, add rows, delete rows. That's not what I want to do. Does not create reusable template or other websites. Use reload button below. Must be logged in to do what? I just want to add stuff, man. That's all I want to do. How do I add, like... There's a Hearthstone thing? What the hell? Okay, so what I want to do is this, right? I got a random template. It has literally Hearthstone cards. I want to swap out Hearthstone cards to like other stuff. You know what I mean? Additional images to your tier list. Do I actually have to add images? Oh, this is going to be annoying. Hold on. How do I add images to these like hero specs? Hold on a second. Is there an easy way for me to do this? Show characters one by one, just the look of it. I'm trying to see if I can maybe do this. Hold on, I want to try to see if this will work. I'm gonna just take a screenshot of all of the names of the hero specs or hero talents and see if I can just upload those. Because I just want to be able to put them in a spot where I'm like, rank them. Rank them with a tier list. You'll see what I'm doing here in a second. I'm like a magician. I don't want to reveal my secrets until it's perfectly there. Files chosen. Can I just like pick all of them? Is that a thing? Could I just pick multiple files at once? Just so I can upload them? Because I don't want to have Hearthstone cards in there. I just want to do like snips or screenshots. It should be there. Unless it doesn't work. Details? Details. Wait, no. Details. Date added. And then we're gonna go back to medium icons or large icons. Okay, so I do have them. Oh, they look like ass, but like I guess that'll work, right? Oh yeah, they totally look like ass, man. Oh no. Oh, they look like ass. Okay. Oh, it looks so bad. Oh no. Okay, let me show you what it looks like. So I took a screenshot of all of them, but it just takes like first few letters. It looks like ass. Hold on. Okay. But it works is what's important, right? That works. So all I just need to do is take a big enough picture so we can all tell what the hell I'm looking at, right? That's all I gotta do, and that's gonna be easy. Hold on. This is totally doable. You know, computer's right. Shut up. I can do this. Guys, come on. Can I do this too? Hold on. Can I just like... Oh, man. Oh, cheeks, dude. Cheeks. Okay. I'm gonna just do this. I'll try to... Does this look fine if I were to do this? Let me say I save this one. Will it work? Oh, it's still hard to see, man. It's so hard to see. You're a streamer. I'm just trying to figure out how can I display them, you know? How could I display a hero spec? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know, man. Oh, you know what? This actually will work pretty well too. If I do it like this. Because Blizzard basically has it set up pretty well. Okay. We'll do it like this. We'll do it like this. I'm just going to use the Blizzard stuff. Hold on. This will work fine. This actually is gonna work super well. Trust, 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 trust. Trust. It's gonna take me a second, but it's gonna be worth it. Okay, I did not mean to do a tier list when I first logged in today. I just thought, you know what, it might be not a bad idea to do a tier list of like what I like, what I don't like. Although, I don't know, should we just have it like a S tier, D tier, B tier, C tier, all of that? Like, or should I like make it more like, I like it, or like, I don't like it, or like needs more work, or has potential? I feel like I kind of want to do the I like it, I don't like it, needs more work, has potential, stuff like that. You know? I think I want to do that. Hold on, let me see if I can upload all of these. Presentation mode. Okay, presentation mode. I'm gonna slap all of these in here. That'll work, right? Okay, so we have them. They're in, right? You see Colossus, right? It's kind of hard to see because they're very, very tiny. That's the best I can do, right? I can't make them any bigger realistically, but like, there we go, right? I like it. Has potential. Needs more work. Don't really like. Don't like it. Okay, here we go. And we'll remove this one too. Right? Wait. No, you know what? I'm gonna add one. I'm gonna add one. Cheeks. Alright, so we got a whole tier list here, right? Whole tier list. So now we can add them in as we like them or as we don't like them. Once we really get a good look at them. Did I just close that? Yeah, I did. I'm so super good at what I do, dude. I'm so good at what I do. I'm so good at what I do. Alright, so Wowhead. Oh my god, I'm so ass at this. Okay. Alright. Chat. Okay, so we decided Diabolus first. Diabolus is the one I'm most excited about, man. It's the one I'm most excited about. So what's cool about this one is Diabolus is like a demonic summoner for destruction and demonology. This means the destruction will also be summoning demons. The whole playstyle is around summoning demons. Spending soul shards grants you diabolic ritual for 20 seconds. While diabolical ritual is active, each soul shard spend reduces the duration, so you kind of use an ability like Chaos Bolt or a Hand of Gul'dan. Bam, you got a diabolic ritual above your head. Every time you spend soul shards, you reduce the ritual, and when the ritual depletes, when it expires, you gain demonic art, causing the next ability that costs a soul shard, so Chaos Bolt, Rain of Fire, Hand of Gul'dan, whatever, to also now summon a demon with you. You'll summon either an Overlord, or a Mother of Chaos, or a Pit Lord to unleash a devastating attack against your targets. So I don't know if it'll actually be like an NPC that will use an ability, or it'll be like an image of that NPC that crashes down, but like you'll have like demons summoning in, blasting a target, and kind of, I guess, disappearing, or maybe fighting for you for a little bit before disappearing. But as the playstyle is, as you spend soul shards, you summon demons. When you get a demon, they give you different buffs. So you got three primary ones. Secrets of the Coven. So when you, I don't know if they're going to rotate or all of them get summoned at once or what's going to happen, but it sounds like you're just going to be able to get one or the other. Maybe it's random what you get. With the Mother of Chaos, which I guess is like a big Shivari, you get Secrets of a Coven. She empowers your next Shadow Bolt or Incinerate to become a Demon Fire Barrage. Demon Fire Barrage is to channel 4 Shadow Bolts at 150% effective towards the target over 1.5 seconds. So you basically go from like a Shadow Bolt into like a Drain Life, or like a Soul Suck ability for a Shadow Priest, or Affliction Warlocks, or like a Void Torrent for a Shadow Priest, right? You get to drain and channel at them to barrage them with Shadow Bolts back to back. Your Incinerate or Shadow Bolt is going to be able to turn into that. So that's like a combat rotation whenever you do spawn the Chaos Mother. That's going to give you a big blaster move. Or if you get the Overlord to summon, enemies damaged by your Overlord, so it looks like they will have an actual attack. Enemies damaged by the Overlord, souls cloven. Their souls are, I guess, cleaved, right? You cleave their souls, increasing the damage they take from you and your pets by 10% for 20 seconds. So when an Overlord pops in, you do more damage. Simple. The big one is going to be the capstone with the Pit Lord, which is Ruination. Summoning the Pit Lord causes the next hand to go down or chaos bolt to become a Ruination. Ruination is an ability that calls down a demon-infested meteor from the depths of Twisting Nether, dealing chaos damage and impact, so kind of like a chaos bolt, within 8 yards, while also summoning 3 wild imps. So even as a destruction warlock, you'll be summoning wild imps to help you fight. So it's kind of like a hand to go down and chaos bolt combined together. Just blasts it. And I don't hate how it's like how you got one demon, now your combat ability change. You got another demon, now the enemy is a debuffed. You got the big Pit Lord, next ability is going to be a Ruination. I don't know if it was going to have a cast time or whatever, but it just sounds like an all-in button that just hits everything. Like literally everything. They also did give a clarification for your Diabolist ability. Clarifier, Diabolic Ritual is a cyclical, starting with Overlord, ending with Pit Lord. So when you summon a demon, it'll always be in order of Overlord, Mother, Pit Lord. Okay, so that tells us everything. Like, it's going to be in an order. Overlord, Mother of Chaos, Pit Lord. So it lets you kind of like plan around the ability a bit. But like, this may also mean that you may want to bank a demon, right, and not unleash it until you get a good moment. So that could be good in M+ in some cases, or in raids, but I'm sure it's going to be one of those things, just like send it, forget about it, which I think will work out fine too. And in between, you got a bunch of like trait choices here, like either Unending Resolve heals you for 30% of your health over 10 seconds, which is nuts, or Unending Resolve grants you Soul Leech equal to 10% of your maximum health and increases maximum Soul Leech that you can get. So like if you want to just go Soul Leech and you're doing damage, you might as well go Soul Leech, or if you just need a defensive where you can do damage, Unending Vitality is going to be good in PvP. Then you have Cruelty of Curson. I think that's how you say it. Curson? I don't know, dude. Kirkson. Nether Portal, Summon Demonic Tyrant, and Infernal grant you Diabolic Ritual and reduces duration by 3 seconds. So using your big abilities as either spec just helps you out with your ritual, or Soul Shard spending abilities decrease the duration of Diabolic Ritual by 1 additional second so you can summon your big demons more often. While your Tyrant, Nether Portal, or Infernal are active. So either your big button cooldowns help you get a ritual going a little quicker, right, every time you use them, so you want to go for the number rather than value, or you go for the Infernal Machine where you want to get the most value through like a big window and bust out a bunch of rituals back to back to back. So it's kind of cool there too. And then you have like Soul Edge Circles, where every time you soul burn your Demonic Circle, where every time you port, it gives you a free soul burn every single time. So it's going to be good for escapes. Or Howl of Terror is going to have a shorter cooldown, bigger range, also better for escapes. So like a defensive, offensive, like self heal. So I think it's all fine. Diabolic Ritual increases the damage of a next ability that costs soul shards by 30 and reduces cast set by 50. So 30% more damage on Chaos Bolt. Just think how good that's going to be. You got Flames of Zoroth, which is just like fire damage is increased by 2%. Damage dealt by demons increased by 2. Like, okay, damage buff. It's alright. It's okay. It's nothing crazy, but it is okay. And then you got here Abyssal Domination, Grimoire Felguard, and Cataclysm gain additional effects. Felguard, the Grimoire Felguard, 3 seconds longer, 30 seconds shorter cooldown. You're going to be busting that guy out every minute. It's actually good. Or casting Cataclysm will summon an Overfiend that will cast 2 Chaos Bolts at a time. Chaos Bolt 2 times at 80% effectiveness before departing. Your Cataclysm will summon a demon. Your Cataclysm summons an Overfiend. What the hell is an Overfiend? And then you have like Hand to Go Down deals more damage for Soul Shard spent, or a Havoc. Enemies marked by your Havoc take 5% increased damage from a single truck as well. So better for cleave, right? And like better Hand to Go Down damage, I guess, if you want to spend a bunch of Soul Shards. But it's all really solid, dude. Just being able to summon demons as Destro or Demo. I love it. Chat, thoughts. I need some thoughts now, dude. Like it? Hate it? What do you change for it, man? Because immediately I want to put this one into the I like it category easily. I like it a lot. It's flavorful. It seems like it'll have mechanics for it. Like, it's not perfect, right? Just because I put it into I like it category doesn't mean it's perfect. All of these things will still be changed, right? But like, first impression, I like it. I like it a lot. I like the flavor. I like the gameplay behind it. I like how they're incorporating demons for destruction. Destro Demon, Super Devo. Yeah, exactly. Super Devo, dude. Destro Demon, Super Devo. I'm liking how Lucas play it out, dude. I like that too. Like, that's an exciting one. I've been Affliction mainly, but I'll try Destro. Dude, I'm hoping Affliction, they give him something cool with some of the hero talents. Like, if they give Diabolus this cool flavor, they gotta do something good for AF2, man. All the other, like, they raised the bar with that one. That's an awesome one. Demon Soul sounds great. Dude, Super Devo sounds great. All right, let's do Warrior, because that's a quick one. So Warriors will get an ability called Demolish. From what I can tell, it's a channeled ability because of the capstone at the very end. Colossal Might, blah, 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 while channeling Demolish. So it looks like you'll be channeling Demolish, right? You'll be running in, and then your channeling Demolish will unleash a series of precise and powerful strikes against the target and all enemies within 8 yards of that target. You can block, parry, dodge, and all that while using this ability. But it's an ability that's going to make you, I guess, you rush in and you stand still and just attack. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, people complaining already about the Farak legendary that makes you like stand still while you do your legendary swings and stuff, and how it has you like stuck in place for a bit. People don't really like that much, and Demolish is basically gonna do that. Like, imagine, you know how Bladestorm is where you're doing damage, but like at least you can move your character. So imagine that, but you can't move anywhere, but you can still play defensives. For Prod, it may not be that bad, but like, I don't know, any ability makes you lock in place, like it better have a big payoff, right? Or like a really short like root window. But this is a 45 seconds cooldown. We gotta play this one, right? Already, though, it's not starting off strong. This personally meme. Alright, down the middle, you also have a big mechanic, Colossal Might. Mortal Strike and Chill Slam grant you a stack of Colossal Might. Colossal Might increases the damage dealt by Demolish by 10% and stacks up to 5 times. Demolish consumes Colossal Might. So you're like, outside of your, what is it, Demolish ability, you just stack it up Colossal Might through abilities. Colossal Might will also increase the damage of Overpower and Ravager by 2%, and that has 10 stacks, so like 10%. With True Might, Mortal Strikes, and Chill Slams, Critical Strikes grant you an additional stack of Colossal Might, so you can stack it up really quickly. With your Capstone, Colossal Might now has 10, can be stacked up to 10 times, so it's like 100% more damage. I remember Asmongold said, Warrior, make the game your bitch. Is that true? Because Warrior can heal, so I don't see that. I remember Asmongold said, Warrior, make the game your bitch. Is that true? Because Warrior can't heal, so I didn't see that. Warriors are quite survivable. Like, even if they don't have, like, actual self-heals. I like the PvP, Chris. Yeah, Warriors could do some stuff, dude. Warriors could do some stuff. Like, Warrior's not a back class by any measure. Again, not a lot of self-healing, but, like, the amount of defenses you have, and Spell Reflect, and even Ignore Pain can be really good, and the self-heal they do have is actually solid on a pretty 30-second cooldown. Like, they can compete in duels. It's an environment where self-healing can be amazing. And Warriors, if they can live in duel situations, I think they're pretty decent everywhere else. But that's the big thing. A Cyber Forge basically makes it 10 stacks. When you are fully stacked up, gaining stacks of Colossal Might will reduce the cooldown of Demolish, right? So the whole idea is like, you demolish and then stack up Colossal Might outside of Demolish, and even if, let's say, you're sitting on max stacks, it just helps you reduce Demolish back quicker, so it makes you want to Demolish again, over and over and over. While channeling Demolish, you are grounded, making you immune to stunts and effects that move you. This could be good, but also I think if they made Demolish give you immunity, I feel like then that would be worth. Because like, hey, you can use Demolish, you're immune while demolishing, but it just makes you immune to stunts and effects that move you. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like, this one is okay, and I guess it can be stopped, but like if you're stuck in place and then a mechanic hits you and you gotta move out, you gotta cancel, that's gonna feel like ass. That's gonna feel terrible. I feel like they cannot have you like be rooted. Maybe like make you move slowly, right? But having you be rooted, I don't think it's gonna go good for you, unless they give you immunity. Unless they give you immunity while you're demolishing, or like a 80% DR. I think then that could work, right? Or maybe make it so like the damage you take while you're demolishing is then staggered, kind of like how Rogue Killing Sprees or Brewmasters stagger their damage as being a Brewmaster, right? A portion of the damage is just offset to be a dot later. If they could do something like that to make Demolish less punishing, I think it'd be good. But they gotta do something with it. Off the bat, not a good start. Then they have stuff like this, like basic stuff like your critical strike damage is increased by 10%. Crit damage is good. And the amount of crit block is increased by 10%, also good. You can do Shockwave, Cleave, Whirlwind, Revenge, deal 5% more damage per target. So the more enemies you hit, the better. Or Colossal Might increases the damage of a random deep wounds, bleeds per stack. So bigger bleeds. And then you have Mortal Strike and Chill Slam do 50% more damage, which is also good. Shockwave stun duration increased by 2 seconds, so like a 5-second stun instead of 3 seconds or 2 seconds or whatever it is. Or Shockwave knocks enemies up in the air. I like it. Shockwave stuff, I'm cool with it. Or you got defensives, total damage prevented by Ignore Pain increased by 50%. Big buff, I like it. Rally, taking damage is a low chance to grant you second wind. If that's a decent, moderate chance, I think that'll be solid. Because that's a solid self-heal with second wind. Percentage healing. Mountains of muscle and scars. You deal 5% more damage, take 2.5% less damage, size increased by 5%. So it's like a 5% versatility buff, and you're a little bigger. I am not sure about this in chat. I'm gonna put this one as like needs more work. I'm gonna put this one into needs more work. Like, it just, that big, the main ability of Demolish either will break it or make it, and that's when I easily put into needs more work. I love the knock-up ability. I like the self-heal stuff. I like even the fact that you're bigger than everybody else. Just, if you're an orc and you're Colossus, and there's another orc warrior that isn't a Colossus, you're just bigger than the other guy. You're just taller. You know what I mean? Like, they're 5'11", you're 6'0". And I don't hate the loop, but like Demolish is the ability that will put into it needs more work. I don't want to put it into I don't like it, it just needs more work. It can't come out as is. Chat, I need your thoughts. Frostmage talent next. Frostmage talent next, miss. I mean, dude, I think you're gonna like Frostfire. I don't know if you've seen our Frostfire review before, but Chris, I think you'll like Frostfire a lot. Why can't they just make it a rampage where a flurry of attacks happen in the background? Oh, like just passively on its own? Maybe, yeah, maybe they could do that too. I want to see Soul Harvester? Maybe next week, man, maybe next week. Chat, what are your thoughts on Colossus? Like it, hate it, what are your thoughts? Because Diabolus got me excited. Colossus, like, needs more work. I, off the bat, can tell needs more work. I almost want to put it into has potential because it could be fun. But I don't want to put it into I don't like it section. Like, meh. As long as you like it. I don't hate it. I just think that Colossus' main ability needs more work. Just because I feel like it's going to be a mechanic that's going to make you move, and you either cancel it and don't die, or don't cancel it and maybe die. Like, Farak already has this where you gotta like move last second. Like with seeds and lines and stuff, it's already a thing. Never like Warrior even back in Kata. Warriors are fun, man. I definitely would recommend Warrior as a alt. I like it, but I don't have the legendary, so I don't like being rooted to the ground. Yeah, once I get a Lego. Yeah, it looks boring. I want the WAD Siegebreaker back. Oh, Siegebreaker back in WAD, dude. That was huge. The knockback Siegebreaker. Oh, were you there for the knockback Siegebreaker? That also like crit people? Or was that Legion? I don't remember, but that was awesome. Please give us Glass Dance as well. I don't think they will ever do Glass Dance again, but like, I would love it as if it was a 4 spec. I just don't think they would do it. They've been pretty adamant about not doing it. Yeah, I think it was fun, but it had like a very, like, it was a fun playstyle that, I don't know, like if you were tanking as a, it was good in PvP. And it was good in very specific situations, but it was fun. And I feel like maybe you shouldn't remove things that are fun, right? Like hunters can do like Spirit Beast or whatever, right? Or Eyes of the Beast, where they can control their pet. It's fun. You don't necessarily have to do it, but it's fun, so why don't it exist, you know? Siegebreaker for BG on the bridge. Yeah, dude, knockback Siegebreaker for what? Knock people. Knock was huge, but big crit version of it was also good. Back in Legion, that was a thing too. Knockback Siegebreaker is wild, dude. Yeah, it was wild, man. Glass Dance so bad. Yeah, maybe we could bring a Glass Dance with one of these at some point, right? Hey, you want to be an off tank? Do a bit of more damage? Sure. Here we go. Because people parse nowadays anyways, so I'm sure some prop warriors would want to parse with Glass Dance. I want a DPS shield and sword spec. Want to give rogues. Give it to rogues that wars maybe a rogue with a buckler? Dude, yeah. That'd be something. That'd be something. Alright, next one. What do you guys want to see? We got Druid, we got Paladin, we got Rogue. We got, what else we got? Druid, Pally, Rogue, Evoker. What do you guys want to see? Though I remember Hunter Spec, Explode Trap, and Kevin is so much fun. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Fun things can exist. Hey, Dal, I had time to check out New Hero Towns yet. Any good? I like Diabolus. I think we also got a tier list. Diabolus looks really good. Colossus needs a bit more work, in my opinion. Rogue? Alright, let's do Rogue. Rogue is an interesting one because we start out, and this one is the most mechanically, like, complex. I was gonna say interesting, but complex is another good way of putting it too, honestly. Blizzard updates, thriving, growth, design. Wait, they actually changed the Druid one too, huh? Okay, we'll take a look at that later, because that's just an add-on. Rogue. So Rogue one is going to be Trickster. What is a Trickster? It is a character that's going to mess with you the entire time. So like when you think of a Trickster ability, he's messing with his target the entire time. You're just there to mess with people. Okay? That's going to make it a little bit easier to like understand, oh, where they're coming from. So Unseen Blade. Feint, your defensive ability, now grants you 2 combo points and quickly slashes the target with an Unseen Blade, dealing damage to nearby enemies. Everyone around you takes damage. I don't know how hard. Targets struck are phased for 5 seconds. That's another mechanic you'll have to worry about. Phased enemies take 5% more damage from you and cannot parry your attacks. So if you're a warrior and you press die with the sword and a rogue presses feint, they ignore your die with the sword from what I can tell, right? Among Us and Fists of Fury, you just fainted, so because you're gonna feint it because you want to reduce the AoE damage that it does. So now you can just hit right through it. And you just do 5% more damage to them. Like what? Like what? Okay, so from there you build on that, right? Unseen Blade and Killing Spree grant you mastery for 5 seconds. Multiple applications could overlap, but like basically as you hit them, you get more mastery, more hits. Subtlety. Unseen Blade and Secret Technique grants you mastery. Multiple applications can overlap. Cool. Then we have Slice and Dice grants you 10% additional attack speed, so you attack faster. Your auto attacks have a chance to trigger Unseen Blade. So the Unseen Blade and phase the enemy. Or Flicker Strike, so either one or the other. Flicker Strike, taking damage while feint is active, or dodging while evasion is active, triggers Unseen Blade guaranteed, right? So you press feint, you hit him with an Unseen Blade, get him phased, AoE damage goes out, you hit him with an Unseen Blade. So if you have a boss that just like shockwaves of AoE, you just get free Unseen Blades. It's like a defensive ability that turns into an offensive. It is wild. And then you also have increased duration of flawless form by 2%, which is this one. So you gotta have like 7 seconds of mastery that can overlap each other. So it's kind of cool, right? And you Killing Spree around. It sounds out of context. Outlet should be brute force, straight up. Save your pistol. I feel like a pirate, like a Jack Sparrow, would use tricks in order to fuck around people, right? I would think, what would Jack Sparrow do it? Would Jack Sparrow be up in your face, or would he mess with you? I think he would mess with you. That's kind of how I see it. Next one, we have Smoke and Mirrors. I like this one. Smoke, you take 5% less damage from phase targets. So you do 5% more to them, take 5% less. Cool. Or Feint will reduce AoE damage taken by this percent. You already take like 20% less, so that's a 30%. So you're going to be survivable as hell. Then this one is cool. Devious Distractions. Killing Spree causes targets to be phased for 5 seconds. Pretty neat. Secret Technique causes... No, next one. Secret Technique causes targets to be phased for 5 seconds. So now you can like roll that phase buff for as long as possible, keeping the phase rolling as long as you can. I've got a Jar of Dirt. Exactly, Jar of Dirt. Cloud Cover or No Scruples. Cloud Cover, Distract, this was a cool one, now creates a cloud of smoke for 10 seconds. Its cooldown is increased to 1.5 seconds, 90-second cooldown for Distract. But attacks from within the cloud phase the targets for 5 seconds. So, when you attack enemies that just phase, they take more damage, and you have a cloud 10 second, like a 5% damage buff from it. Pretty neat. Or finisher moves have a 10% increased chance to critical strike phase targets. So either like AoE potentially or single target. It was how I'm rating it. Then over here we have attacks generate common points, deal 25% increase critical strike damage to phase targets. This is where it opens up. Not only do 5% more damage to them, they do 5% less damage to you. You're more likely to build mastery stacks on them, but also your common point generators do 25% increased crit strike damage. 25% more crit strike damage. That's a wild one. And I essentially think you might be able to maintain phase on enemies permanently, almost always. So you basically, all your common points, Center Strikes, Pistol Shots, Shadow Strikes, 25% more damage. As Outlaw, your ambushes are gonna be cracked out. This one is cool too. I love the naming conventions here. So Tricky, or Don't Be Suspicious, Don't Be Suspicious, Don't Be Suspicious. So Tricky. Tricks and Trade threat redirect duration is increased to 1 hour. So when you go into a dungeon, right, you tricks your tank, you get an opener, that buff that's on the tank to redirect aggro from you to the tank lasts an hour. That's too much. That's a lot. That's a long... You said it once and you forget it unless you die. That's a hilarious one. This is funny as hell. It's just hilarious. Or, Don't Be Suspicious. Don't Be Suspicious. Blind and Shroud Concealment have a 10% reduced cooldown, which is kind of good. Or Pickpocket or Sap cannot be done from 10 yards away. Don't be suspicious. Don't be... This is supposed to be a Sap. Bonking him over the head with like a truncheon or something. Down here has got Killing Spree deals more damage and have 10% reduced cooldown. Secret Technique deals more damage and has 10% reduced cooldown. So really want you to press Killing Spree, which I don't hate. As someone who's been playing Outlaw for so long, we haven't really had the reason to use Killing Spree. I don't hate how they're tying it. Now this one is here. I'm gonna mess this up. Coup de grace, right? Is it coup de grace or coup de grace? Either coup de grace or coup de grace. I have no idea, dude. I have no idea how to say it. I'm gonna say coup de grace. Okay? Alright, you know what I mean, right? Coup de grace. After 4 strikes with Unseen Blade, which is mostly, I think, proc from your slice and dices, your feints, but I don't think anything else really gives you unseen strikes. It's only those two. But after 4 strikes from unseen blades, so basically after you 2 feints, or is it 2 strikes or 1 strike? It's 1 strike, right? Yeah, it's 1 strike, so it's gonna be a bit. After 4 strikes with unseen blade, your next dispatch will be performed as a coup de grace. Coup de grace. French, yeah. Grace, bro. Coup de grace. Coup de grace, coup de grace, coup de grace. Coup de grace. Oh, okay, dude. I'm gonna mess it up. You guys know what I mean, though. Coup de grace. Hold on. Google, please.
Coup de grace. Coup de grace. Coup de grace. Coup de grace.
I'm gonna go with coup de grace. That's how Google taught me. Okay, so when I say coup de grace, I'm probably saying it not correctly. I think depends what country you come from, or your dialect, or whatever. I'm sure that everybody has a different way you say it, right? It's kind of like calling a soccer or football in my eyes. Like, it's just tomato, tomato. I'm gonna say it funny, or maybe correctly, depending on who you are. All of you know what I mean when I say it, right? I'm not trying to mispronounce it. I just don't know what is the correct way to pronounce it. But at the end of the day, when you have multiple different pronunciations, I'm gonna mess it up depending on who is hearing me say it, right? It's just gonna happen. So when I say coup de grace, you know what I mean. Coup de grace. That's about the best I can do. Don't flame me. Don't hate me. I don't mean to do it on purpose. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just doing my best. I'm just trying to read the ability. That's all I'm gonna go with. All right? All right, cool. Love you guys. Love you. All right, so coup de grace. So basically, after getting 4 unforeseen blades, your next dispatch will perform as a coup de grace, dealing 40% increased damage. If the primary target is phased, you gain 5 stacks of flawless form. So flawless form is this. So mastery, big mastery buff. Same thing for subtlety. After 4 strikes of unseen blade, your next eviscerate or black powder will be performed as coup de grace, doing 40% more damage and eviscerate 40% more damage. Wow. If the primary target is phased, you gain 5 stacks of flawless form. Also, punch of mastery. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. What'd you call me? I don't hate it. I called you a body. That's what I did. I don't hate it. Chad, I don't hate Trickster. You know what? I like Trickster. I like it, but I don't like it that much. Has potential. That's all I'm going to say. Has potential. I like the little, like, funny, like, ooh, don't be suspicious. Or tricky. So tricky. Tricky. Are you kidding me? Tricky. Are you kidding me? So tricky. Beastie Boys. That's gotta be a Beastie Boys reference, dude, right? Tricky, 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 dude. It's so good. I can't hate it. I like it. I like it. It has potential. That's all I'm gonna say. What I don't like about it is that feint has to be used now as an offensive ability, and that could lead to greed, and I think they could probably change that in the future. I don't hate it. What are you guys' thoughts? What are your thoughts? But I think it has potential. I don't hate it. It has potential. It has potential. It has potential. I don't hate it. Thoughts, boys? Let me know. That's how we say it in French. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna mess it up, man. I'm just gonna mess it up. Anyone remember SX Tricky? Tricky. Maybe that's it too. Tricky run DMC and not Beastie Boys. Was it DMC? Oh, I was thinking, never mind then. I thought Beastie Boys for some reason. I guess I got him all confused. I'm old, man. I'm old. Kind of neat. Yeah. Make its own ability, mom. Make it its own ability? Yeah, probably they could do, Jake. Yeah, like an ability with similar cooldown. Feint is a defensive, and you kind of want to bank at least 1 charge of feint. But they really do want you, like, hey, if you are reducing AoE damage, you're rewarded for, like, more hidden strikes, which I don't hate, you know? Like, it has a very specific flavor to it, but, like, I don't know, man. It's about the best I got. All right, next one. What do you guys want to see? We got Paladins, we got 2 for Druids, we got Evoker, and that's really about it, right? What else do we want to see? I want to try to get through them a little quicker. Because all of them, like, the Paladin ones, I don't really have much to say, to be honest. Evoker, I have a little bit to say, but not too much. Druid, I don't have a lot to say for either. So, like, the rest of them are going to be pretty quick. Pally? Okay, we'll do a Pally. We'll do 1 Paladin, 1 of the Pallies. Herald of the Sun. Herald of the Sun. Holy Prism causes the next 2 holy power spending abilities to create a sunspot on a target. That's like the main mechanic. Dealing radiant damage or healing. For a retribution, that's going to be Wake of Ashes, causing next to holy power spending abilities to create a sunspot. 10% of sunspots damage and healing radiates to nearby allies and enemies reduced beyond 5 targets. So like you have 2 enemies with sunspots, that damage will radiate from them. You have allies with sunspots, they will also do a bit of AoE healing or whatever. So you want to hit Holy Prism or Wake of Ashes and smack as many targets as you can with sunspots, and they'll do like radiating damage. Your main ability of this one is going to be Eternal Flame, right? So this is going to be like Herald of the Flame or Herald of the Sun. So you're going to have some like flame sun aesthetic to you. You get basically Word of Glory becomes a hot, which was like that back in WoD. So you get like the WoD version of like healing over time version of Word of Glory, which is kind of cool. What's up, Nintendo? How you doing, my guy? Healing is increased by 25% if you cast on yourself. Nothing for ret. You just like a self-survivability for ret. Or like a healing over time for holy, which isn't bad either. Like you could pre-place a bunch of these ahead of time and have a bunch of hots rolling. It's kind of a mechanic too. Right down the middle, we have ourselves Eternal Sun. Sunspots, which is the main thing. Duration is increased by 2 seconds. Eternal Flame's duration increased by 3 seconds. Or Sunspots leave an Eternal Flame for 12 seconds on allies, or a greater judgment on enemies when they expire. So that could be kind of cool too, right? Sunspots, and that gives you more flames and more AoE. Down middle, we also have Solar Grace. Your haste is increased by 4% for each time you apply a new sunspot. Multiple stacks may overlap. So like the more sunspots you get, the better. But this really comes down to like, you're only going to be able to get 2 of them rolling by the sound of things. Priest talent's out, not yet at the moment, no. But today we got Druids, Paladins, Evoker, Warlock, Rogue, Warrior. That should be all of them. I have a video on them as well. Then we have on the right, critical, so this one kind of got confused a bit. Oh no, they fixed it. Critical strike of Hammer Wrath and Divine Storm is increased by 10%, some more crit for both specs. For Holy, it's crit strike, a chance of Holy Shock and Light of Dawn, which is kind of weird because Light of Dawn is a bit bugged right now or doesn't work as intended. Sunseer, Holy Shock and Light of Dawn criticals cause a target to burn for additional radiant damage or be healed for over 4 seconds. So like additional hot whenever you do get a crit with Holy Shock or Light of Dawn. For red, it's a crits for Hammer Wrath and Divine Storm, so a bit of a burning effect, so like Fire, Herald of the Sun thing plays into it. Second Sunrise, Holy Shock and Light of Dawn have a 50% chance to cast again at 30% effectiveness. Same thing for red with Hammer Wrath and Divine Storm, 50% chance to cast 30% effectiveness. So like, yeah, just more ways to like copy the abilities over. So kind of nice. Morning Star or Gleaming Rays are the 2 options on the left hand side. Every 5 seconds, your next sunspot damage or healing is increased by 5%, stacking up to 10 times. Or Gleaming Rays, while sunspot is active, your holy power spenders deal 10% additional damage or healing. So yeah, just more ways to like interact with sunspots and such. Then here we got Illuminate Sunspots, reduce the movement speed of enemies, or you just get more movement speed. So Sunspot will reduce them by 50%, increase the movement speed of allies by 20%. So like it's a slight slow or a speed buff for allies. Or you go Will of the Dawn, where your movement speed is increased by 5% while above 80% health, but when you drop to 35% health, it's increased to 40%. That one has like a minute CD. So more mobility for Paladins to back the hell up or slow down enemies or buff allies a little bit. Aurora, after you cast a Holy Prism, you get Divine Purpose. Same thing for red when they cast Wake of Ashes. And then the big one that kind of completes it, right? So far, I feel like because of Eternal Flame, all of these have been leaning towards Holy Pally, even though there are some damage counterparts for red. This one really does help complete it to make it better for red. Avenging Wrath, Poppin' Wings, you become linked to all the sunspot targets, causing radiant damage to you or healing allies to pass between the beams, right? So if you can place a bunch of sunspot, pop wings, now you're linked, and everything in between those beams takes damage. Activating Avenging Wrath applies 4 sunspots to nearby allies or enemies, I guess depending on your spec, and increases sunspots damage and healing by 20%. So for red with a 1 minute CD wings, you're just going to be linking a bunch of enemies together, and that's just beams for days. For holy, that's going to be like 2 minute cooldown, but then also beams for days. In a raid setting, if you can have a bunch of beams going through like most of your raiding group, that could be really good. So you will have to be very careful who you give sunspots to positionally, but could be kind of interesting. I think for red, this is really fun in Mythic Plus. For holy, this could be kind of good in raids and such. But like, not terrible. I think this is what really completes it. Mostly for red, not as good for holy, just because cooldown difference is going to be pretty big. But this one is huge for holy. So this one is kind of neat, right? Probably more powerful. Yeah, this one doesn't seem that bad. It's kind of like passive-ish, but like, it's not bad. I'm just not excited for it. But like, it has potential, I think. Like, on paper, it sounds fine. I'm just like, I can't say that I like it. because I feel like it's kind of sort of passive too. Like, it depends on the spec, right? Because you want to place sunspots everywhere. For Holy, I think this could be really cool just because Eternal Flame gives you a healing over time effect to work with. Plus the way you use sunspots with some of these other talents could be really cool. I don't play Holy though. So I feel like this would be a lot more impressive if I played Holy, or maybe if I have like a better understanding in a Holy setting. Author 1 is like great. Yeah, exactly. Don't have Holy, have random wing procs. You can talent into random wing procs, yeah, so that's probably going to make it a little bit better. It's not random. There are, like, you need to cast like 12 judgments before you can press wings or something. It's not completely random. But it's like more controlled wings. But it might be better for that. Or if they play like melee paladin, that could be good too. This could be really good as a melee paladin. I don't really know. But melee paladin, I think, has a shorter cooldown on wings. Like, you can go 45-second wings or something. So melee paladin is probably going to be a love in this one. Haven't touched Holy in forever. Yeah, like, I'm not a Holy Pally main. I like it. It's not a bad spec. I just don't really know how, like, feel about it fully. You know, like, it's just not my main. You know? At the end of the day, just not my main. I don't hate it. Chat, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Any Pally mains in here that can tell me, like, if you like it or don't like it? Atho, where are you? Need Atho in here, dude, to tell me what he likes, what he doesn't like about this. I like the mobility of this, like, here with Will of the Dawn, but I don't know. This one definitely needs a lot more play. I think the lock ones are out. Yeah, lock ones are cool. Eternal Flame Nostalgia. Yeah, it's a welcome addition. It's a pretty welcome addition. I wonder how it'll work out, because that one used to be really good. It was pretty good. Like Word of Glory back in when it was hot. Yeah, like a lot of people said the same thing. Like, they kind of liked it when it was a healing over time effect. It was pretty strong. Like, you replace it and that's it. You got to heal over time. You don't have to like constantly refresh it. Probably nice for melee. Avenger Crusader. Yeah, melee paladin. It might make melee paladin good. I'm not a pally main, so like I don't know what else to say. Next one, chat. Evoker or Druid? Because we done paladin already. Evoker or Druid? Let's swap off of paladin for a second. For those, I don't have much to say, especially for Druid ones. Evoker? Alright, let's do Evoker next. Evoker is cool though. I like this one. Scale Commander. Like this one, what's up, Warthorus? This one really makes you feel like a commander over like a troop. Druid? We'll do Evoker then Druid. How does that sound? We'll do them both. Druid, okay. Overruled. Let's do Wild Stalker. This one is the one weird. That's a weird one. Actually, Wild Stalker or Chosen of Elune? What do you guys want to do? Wild Stalker or Chosen? Whichever I see chat first is the one I'll go with. What do you want to see? Wild Stalker or Chosen of Elune? Currently cooking some sticky honey garlic chicken. Yo, that sounds so good. Wild. Snow was first. I'll go with Snow. Bounce spec. I might get overruled because I did say first one I see is the one I'll go with. I'm gonna go with the first one I see because that's what I said. Wild Stalker. So this one is basically thriving growth. That's literally the entire tree, right? Wild Stalker is Resto and Feral, so you're gonna play into cat abilities, but also healing abilities. Thriving growth is your primary mechanic, and that's basically the entire thing, though. Rip and Rake damage has a chance to cause a Bloodseeker vines to grow on the victim, dealing bleed damage over 6 seconds. Wild Growth, Rejuve, and Afflow have a chance to cause symbiotic blooms to grow on an ally, healing them over 6 seconds. Multiple instances of these can overlap, so you can get like a one layer of vines that does 6 seconds worth of bleed damage, and then you'll get a second one, you could get a third one. So like every time you tick with bleeds, that has a chance to spawn one on that target. They also added extra here. Wild Stalker Thriving Growth, challenge being updated to reflect the latest version of the design. It should read Wild Growth, Regrowth of Fluorescence, chance to grow some mega blooms to grow on the target. Now Rejuvenation. Okay. Is that the primary one here? Wild Growth, Rejuve, Efflorescence. Yeah, Thriving. So it's supposed to be Wild Growth, Regrowth, Efflow. So it has to be like Wild Growth, Regrowth, Efflow. So technically, like, even Feral Druid should be able to utilize this. Not Rejuve. So Feral Druid could actually get these things to grow on allies as well. We don't know how much healing it's going to do or damage it's going to do. But basically, setting a bleeds on everybody or setting hots on allies has a chance to grow a healing vine or a damage vine. And that's basically the entire thing. Left hand side, damage and healing, Wild and Cat Form increased by 5%, Moonfire Sun for damage increased by 10%, Wild Growth and Rake lasts 20% longer, so just longer duration. Bloodseeker Vines and Symbiotic Blooms, so like a Healy or Damage Vines, last a couple of seconds longer with Resilient Flourishing. The target afflicted by those vines dies, right, it jumps to nearby target. So the bleed vines can then spread to somebody else. If like they're bleeding a guy, but he dies, they just spread to somebody else so you don't lose value. So gonna be good on M+ and AoE, I think. Root Network. Each active Bloodseeker Vine increases your damage by 2%. Each healing vine increases your healing of Light Bloom or Wild Glow by 2%. So like, you want to put some damage, put some healing, you can buff up your damage and healing. This is going to be like nice. Either you can have them spread easily and last longer, or like they buff your output. So one or the other is going to be really good. Like, it could be good in AoE, it could be in single target. Down the middle you have Attacker's Fury. An attack from Prowl increases your crit chance of Shred, Rake, Brutal Slash in the opener or whenever Attacker's Fury by 8%. Kind of good. Casting Regrowth increases the chance of your periodic heals to critical heal by 10%. So basically plays into crit for both specs. And enemies pulled in Integrity Vortex. So enemies that are pulled into Vortex are also rooted. So it makes it that much harder for them to escape. Or Flower Walk. During Bark Skin, movement speed is increased by 10%. Every second, flowers will grow beneath your character to heal nearby allies. So you can press Bark Skin to off heal, or go for this Integrity Vortex to really root people in place. It's gonna be kind of interesting. Bursting Growth. When the Bloodseeker roots expire, they explode into thorns, doing physical damage, produce beyond 5 targets. Or when Symbiotic Blooms expire, flowers grow around their target, healing everybody that's around them for like a little bit of healing. So pretty passive, right? Pretty passive. This just buffs your Fight, Rip, Rejuve, Afflow, Light Bloom. That's all it does. This one is a choice node with Bonds of Nature. Healing you receive is increased by 10%. Regrowth, healing, and self by 50. So like this self-heal stuff. Then you got another choice node, Twin Sprouts. When Bloodseeker Vines or Symbiotic Blooms grow, they have a 10% chance to cause another growth of the same type to immediately grow on another valid target. So like, if let's say it has a growth, it can grow on the same target or another target. If you get a Healy, it can spread. So they can just randomly grow on other things. Or Implant. Every time you press Feral Frenzy, you immediately grow a vine on a target. Or every time you cast a Regrowth, you immediately grow, or Regrowth cast via Nature Swiftness, you immediately grow a Symbiotic Bloom on that target. So it's like, either you want to grow a thing while you're doing damage or big Healy, or just randomly have them grow here and there. Vigorous Creepers. Bloodseeker Vines increase the damage of your abilities deal to afflicted enemies by 10%. So now those vines, when they grow an enemy, they take 10% more damage. But multiple vines can overlap a target, I believe, right? Multiple instances can overlap. So like for every single vine, they could take 10, 20, 30% more damage. I don't know how many times you can proc it. Same thing for the healing. Like every time they are overlapping an ally, they take 8% more healing. So it's literally just vines. Vines. Chat, thoughts on the Vine Druid. It's just you growing vines on enemies that do damage, make them take more damage and hit harder and bleed them. Or growing vines on your allies. Thoughts. I haven't played WoW in a while, but I appreciate the content, DD. Yo, thanks so much, Stay Gold. Appreciate you, my man. Barskin off health is going to be annoying to go against. Yeah, for sure, for sure. What are your thoughts, boys? Yay, nay, like it, hate it, boring, exciting, anything, boys, anything. Because this one, I kind of want to put it into the needs more work immediately. Where is it? Needs more work. I think Feral is still bad with us. Yeah, I just don't think it, like, it's so passive, man. I miss my Druid, boomy heals, lol, boring as hell. It is very passive. It is very passive. Ferals and Feral, what? Vines and Feral? It's like damage vines, man. You know, they're Bloodseeker vines. They're seeking blood. But like, I think of like, remember how Malfurion had that whole like cinematic in, what is it? Had the whole cinematic in like Darkshore Warfront, where he like attacked a bunch of hordes and one of them got literally crushed underground with the vines just killing him. Imagine it's that, but not nearly as brutal. It's just like vines that grow on them. Yeah, it just an extra bleed. Passive, I agree. Yeah, I don't know, man. This one is fine. I feel like as a resto, if you just want extra damage, extra healing, and makes you want to play cat abilities with Wildstalker. But that's really about it. That's really about all I see. Like, it's okay for healing, but it's not interactive like everything else has been, right? It doesn't change stuff too much. You just like, you get passively more stuff. And like, yeah, you can force more vines when you press Feral Frenzy or Regrowth with Nature Swiftness, but like, that's a cooldown, right? Once in a while, you'll be able to do that. Like, this is kind of cool with Entangled Vortex. The self-healing can be good. Varsity healing can be good. The AoE damage might be good. The way that it spreads can be good too. The cat abilities and damage you can do as a cat, as a resto in Mythic Plus might be good. But like, it's all passive. It's just like, if you want more damage, Ooh, more DME. That's about all you really get with this one. So I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this one. Like at the end of the day, I don't know. I think it needs more work. Warlock would be insane. Yeah, Warlock, we looked at it. That's the only one that I have in the I like category. New Covenant's gonna be bad, dude. It's not Covenants, okay? These are talents. Blizzard said these are talents. These are just new talents. These are talents, not Covenants. These are talents. You could switch out of them anytime you want to. You will not need to do anything. You could literally just like wake up, swap your talents immediately. They're not Covenants, they're talents. These are just talents. You just have one layer of talents with another layer of talents. You can't have both of them. These are just talents, but you can switch them and adjust them. They're talents, they're talents, they're talents. Let's first start trying to drill into people's heads, because I saw more people talking about that these are Covenants. These are not Covenants. You will not need to do like a week worth quest line to switch them. They're talents. You can switch them anytime you want to. You can adjust them as much as you want to. But as it stands, this one, yeah, it needs more work. Subspecs, yeah, they're subspecs, but they're talents. They function like talents. They will work like talents. They're not Covenants. You don't need to wait a year before you could switch the specs or whatever. You will. They say talents. They'll function just like talents do. Let's drill that into the community, man. Let's drill that in, because I get it. I get it. You're like a lot of people. It looked like a lot of people did imagine like these should be like our Covenants, but no, now it's becoming misinformation at this point. It went from like, oh, they're kind of like Covenants to like these are Covenants, and it's like no. Like, you saying these are kind of like Covenants, like, like, in terms of, like, the flavor, like, ooh, Vampiric Rogue or a Necrolord Rogue, but, like, with an ability and a couple of passive options in the tree, I can kind of, sort of, loose to see it, but at this point, it's becoming, like, these are Covenants, and it's like, no, these are not Covenants, they will not function like Covenants. It's getting to the point of misinformation. It's gonna be bad if we get in the alpha, and people are gonna be like, wait, how do these new Covenants work? It's like, no, these are not Covenants. It's gonna be like that. I'm telling you. I don't really know what I'll play next, X-Pac. I would wait. I would just enjoy classes as it right now in Dragonflight and level some alts in your free time, but like, don't commit right now. Do not commit. These hero talents are just a first work in progress. They're not the final product. They are receptive to feedback. I mean, they just basically describe the main big ability of the Oracle Priest. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just did something different with Wildstalker Druids. You know? Yeah. They're Covenants. They're not Covenants, Winter. They're not Covenants. You don't have a week worth of wait with Covenants. You don't have a painful switching process with them with the Covenants. You can just switch them out anytime you want to. You don't get cosmetics for wearing these. You don't get a storyline, quest line for these. You just equip them as you level and you go. They're not Covenants. You want to go to raid 1 to be a Dark Ranger, you're going to have to go to the other spec to be good. These are not Covenants. Like I said, I even had a whole stream yesterday, Winter, where I said they could totally like separate the whole like, oh, now your abilities do like shadow damage so you can feel like a Dark Ranger. But like at the end of the day, these are talents. These are just talents. Dual Will for Survival, Hexer type. I mean, again, Winter, like if you want to pick like single-minded Fury, if you wanted to, like you could. But like, it's like talents, like you can switch them out and swap them out anytime you want to. Right? If you want to play single-minded Fury and try to make it work, you can. Just know there's going to be a little bit of a damage loss there if you don't go Titan's Grip. Like, these are talents. These are not Covenants. I'd be okay if they added like some flavor stuff like, hey, I want to be Sun Lane, give them like red eyes for a Blood Death Knight, or Death Knights in general. Give some of the abilities like a more of a bloody look to them. I'd be cool with it, right? You could probably separate the whole like visual versus the mechanics, but like mechanically these are talents. Rexar would be cool, dude. Yeah. Wild. I wonder the beast one for hunters is going to be like Rexar style. I'm surprised we didn't get hunter this time around. I thought it was going to be sentinel this week. Honestly. All right, let's do Evoker next. Evoker is Scale Commander. Scale Commander, it kind of, think of this like, oh, you're going to be the commander on a battlefield. Right? Think of it from the perspective of, as an Evoker, you're going to be the commander on a battlefield. Think of it from that angle, right? Let's get into it. So first of all, Mass Eruption or Mass Disintegrate. After you cast an Empowerment ability, your next Eruption or Disintegrate, depending on the spec, now hits up to 3 additional targets, but for every target that's missing outside of 3, it does 25% more damage. So when you're not hitting 3 targets, I think it does like what, 50, 75% more damage, something like that. I don't know how the math is gonna work. Disintegrate damage is going to be 25 for each missing target, so like what, 50%, I guess, right? 50% more damage. So you empower, beam, empower, beam. That's gonna be pretty strong on its own, kind of weak. I mean, the cleave I think is going to be nice, but also the extra additional damage is going to be nice. But this is like a starter. It's not like the final ability though. Then you get bombardments. Mass bombardment, or mass disintegrate, and mass eruption will mark your primary target for destruction for the next 10 seconds. You and your allies have a chance to trigger bombardment when attacking marked targets. So in a way, when you beam things or when you erupt them, primary target, you mark the target, giving your allies more of a reason to attack him, because then they'll also do additional damage, dealing volcanic damage that's split amongst all nearby enemies. So it has like a little bit of AoE single target thing to it. Then we have bombardment, reduces the cooldown of deep breath, breath of eons, but 1 second for each target struck, up to 3 seconds. So the more they hit him, the more deep breaths you can do. Down here, essence abilities will extend bombardments, or bombardments give you essence burst, so like resource play. Down below is your maneuverability. Deep breath and breath of eons, that now has a shorter cooldown, can now be steered in a desired location. So if you want to steer and fly away, you can. I think it's kind of cool. In addition, deep breath and breath of eons burn the target volcanic damage over 12 seconds. So there's like a little bit more of a loop, like, hey, attack the guy I'm marking, and I can deep breath more often. For devastation, that's just more damage. For augmentation, that's buffing your allies with that crit damage. Down here, we have black spells, black Dragonflight spells deal 10% more damage. I don't know what counts as a black Dragonflight spell anymore. Like, is breath of eons black or is it bronze? Not Covenant. God, start talking about Covenants. What aspect is that? Because all of them have like a color scheme. Like when you hop on an Evoker, let me show you. All of them actually do have like a aspect that they follow. Like a different aspects of Dragonflight, like red, blue, black, bronze, and green. Right? So like, this is you can see black above the mana, black Dragonflight ability. Black Dragonflight ability defensively, green, red, blue, right? Bronze. I do want to see with the augmentation. I don't remember if this is their breath a bronze ability or is that a black Dragonflight ability for them? Because I don't know what it is for them. Bronze, yeah, so that actually doesn't work for them super well. So there's only a handful of abilities. I mean, this is actually, oh, that's actually absorption. I didn't realize this was a black Dragonflight thing. For some reason, I thought that was bronze, but that makes sense. But yeah. So for them, depending on the spec, your black Dragonflight abilities will do more damage. Deep breath and breath of eons cause enemies to take 20% increased damage from bombardments and essence abilities for 12 seconds. So you want to deep breath as often as possible, no matter the spec you end up playing. Over here we have obsidian skills, reduce damage you take further, or knocking enemies up in the air, or knocking them back will make them do 50% less damage. That's also good. Over here is a cool one. Onslaught. Entering combat grants a charge of burnout, causing excellent flame to be cast instantly. That's neat. But also unrelenting siege, which is the next one. For each second you are in combat, Azure Strike and Living Flame deal 1% increased damage up to 50%. So you're in combat for a minute, your strikes and Living Flames do 50% more damage. You're gonna be a power cannon blast in it, dude. It's kind of cool. And then you have while hovering, damage taken from air affected reads by 10. That could be good defensively. Deep breath and breath of eons also reset cooldown of hover, so even more mobility. But this one is kind of like you beam enemies, you mark them, you get yourself more deep breaths. The more times your allies attack the marked target, the more deep breaths you can do. So it's basically just going to be like raining terror and destruction while marking enemies with your beams. This is going to be kind of cool. Bear Druid of the Fang. Is that what's coming out? Druid of the Fang? Haven't seen that one yet. We haven't had that one released at all. Survival? Where? No, not yet. We haven't seen Sentinel or the Beast one at all. But one day, man, one day. Bonus people are gonna play X Hero Tree. It'll be forced to play Y. That's what Covenant failed. They added to the Flames and then took Insane RL to swap between. I mean, again, like this is talents they see on our Covenants. So you can switch between anytime you want to, right? I guess they're gonna try to balance them, but I think they could. I think the idea of like adding new talents for players, given their classes choices of how they can grow stronger, because some of them are gonna be good in raids, some are gonna be good in dungeons, and some are gonna be maybe a little bit like in between. And I think it's perfectly fine to have it as long as you can switch between them. Like if you want to play a Sun Land, definitely, I guess you could, but like the fact that you're giving players the ability to switch, I think is the most important part. Like that solves a lot of the issues of it. I think there is definitely a portion of the community that wants to be like, oh, I want to feel like a Dark Ranger. I want to feel like a Sun Land. And I think there's like cool stuff they could do, like, hey, let's just separate the visual aspect or like the thematics of it, right? Make it a thematic skin thing, but then keep the talents and the mechanics behind it. So you could choose between two talents, right? Two talent little sub-specs, But then it's like give players like a thematic thing. Oh, you want to look like a Dark Ranger or feel like a Dark Ranger? Okay, your Arcane Shot looks shadowy. And like, instead of summoning random beasts as a beast mastery, now they're like undead. When you disengage, there's like a cloud of like dark smoke, and maybe you get a purple streak. Right, just visual things that make you feel like a Dark Ranger. Because at the end of the day, it's just like, you just want to feel unique, right? Feel like you can play into that whole fantasy. But like, I think there's nothing wrong with the talents themselves as they set up. And again, they're going to be fixing them and adjusting them, tuning them. But like, some of the ideas on the table are not terrible. Yeah, Bear right now, the only other Druid one we have is the Alone Chosen. What do you guys want to see? Pally or Druid? There's like 2 more left. Pally or Druid? How long do you think 7280 is going to take? Not a long time. I don't think they're going to... Like, every expansion has made it faster and faster to level to max level. Like, Dragonflight was quick. I don't think it's going to take long at all. Not at all. Luna's basic and for the most part is the same, but it didn't change too much. Boundless Moonlight. So you're going to be very much arcane is the big part for it. For Bear, for Boomkin, arcane abilities. That's going to be like the big thing out of it. Boundless Moonlight. Full Moon calls down 2 minor moons to deal some damage and give you some extra power. For Bear Druids, Lunar Beam causes you to leech life for 10% of all damage dealt to enemies within the beam. So it's like leech as long as enemies are in the beam. Both specs, Fear of a Loon for Balance and Guardian now ends with a flash of energy, blasting nearby enemies for astral damage. I don't know if that means they're adding Fear of a Loon to Guardian. I think it would kind of fit it, but we'll see. Left hand side, Starfire and Moonfire generate 2 additional astral power for Boomkin, or automatic fires of Moonfire from Galactic Guardian generate your rage as a bear. Kinda cool. Each non-arcane damage and ability you use increases the damage of the next arcane ability, so like casting a bunch of Wrath as a Boomkin will make that Star Search hit harder. But for Bear, it makes like those Moonfires from Galactic Guardian do a bit more damage, stack it up to 3 times. That's kind of neat. Over here we have Stellar Command, where balance, where you'll get increased damage of Full Moon by 50%. For Guardian, you'll increase the damage of Lunar Beam by 30. Both of them will get Fear of a Loon damage increased. Or Lunar Calling, where Starfire deals 40% more damage to its primary target, but no longer triggers Solar Eclipse. So, wait, does that mean like you can always get Lunar Eclipse? Wait, that means you could only get into Lunar Eclipse then. You only go full Lunar as a Boomkin. You go 2 Wrath and then you just Starfire the entire time. That's kind of neat, actually. Our Guardian Thrash deals arcane damage, and his damage increased by 12%, which I think can combine pretty well with Lunar Amplification. Pretty cool. What about Chosen Druid? Take a look at him right now. That's what we're looking at the moment. They basically make him full arcane. I kind of like the Lunar Calling. I read it the first time for a video, but I never really realized, like, wait, you just stay in Lunar Phase. That could be kind of cool, right? You just become like a Lunar Druid, and you just stay in Lunar Phase the entire time. That's kind of neat. Moonfire deals 10% additional damage. Sorry. Enemies damaged by Full Moon, Fear of a Loon, or Lunar Beam take 4% more damage from you for 6 seconds. It's alright. You got a choice now. The Light of a Loon. Moonfire damage has a chance to call down a Fury of a Loon to follow your target for 3 seconds and generate 18 natural power or rage over its duration. So that's kind of where they're going to give Fury of a Loon to bears. But I wonder if they'll still add that as just a talent you can press in the spec tree somewhere. Or you can get Astral Insight Incarnation, which changes Incarnation for both of them to increase arcane damage from spells and abilities by 10% while Incarnation is active. Or Convoke the Spirit's duration, number of spells cast increased by 25%. Kinda cool. On here we have Bear form, Moonkin form, reduce arcane damage taken by 6%, and all other magic taken by 3%. That could be pretty good for Bear, because don't really have a lot of anti-magic defense. Moondust, enemies affected by Moonfire slowed, or using Wild Charge in Bear or Moonkin form increases shortest cooldown, so like mobility or slow, kind of neat. Another choice, Arcane Affinity, all arcane damage from spells and abilities increased by 3%. Or Lunation. Arcane abilities reduce the cooldown of Fear of a Loon by 2 seconds, and the cooldown of New Moon, Half Moon, Full Moon by 1 second. Or for Guardian, arcane abilities reduce the cooldown of Lunar Beam by 3 seconds, so cooldown reduction or just more damage. Final one is further increases the damage or the value of Boundless Moonlight, which is like the first ability you've gotten. For Boomkin, it means Full Moon, New Moon, Half Moon also call down 1 additional minor moon. All of them do. Or New Moon and Half Moon also call a minor moon. Okay, maybe it's those 2. For Guardian, Lunar Beam increases Mastery by additional 8%. Lunar Beam deals 30% more damage and lasts 2 seconds longer, so they try to make that Lunar Beam hit really, really hard. And for Fear of a Loon, the Flash of Energy it generates now gives you additional Astral Power or Rage, and that's Flash damage is increased by 50%. So it's just like, make you want to play into arcane abilities, and there's some cool ways to like modify your Bear Druid and like really play into like full Lunar playstyle as like a Boomkin, I don't hate it. I think it has potential. I actually don't hate it at all. It has potential. What are you guys' thoughts? Moonkin, Lunar Bears and Lunar Boomkins. What are your thoughts? Scale Commander. I want to put it here. I don't hate this one. I think it has potential. Like as is. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Wildstalker, I don't like it. I have to put at least one there, dude. You know what? I almost want to put Wildstalker into Cheeks. Is that okay to put in Cheeks? I'm gonna put it into Cheeks. I'm gonna put it into Cheeks. Like the more I think about Wildstalker compared to everything we read so far, like I just read the whole Druid of Elune, Chosen of Elune, I like it and it makes me like Wildstalker less. Because like all of them are at least kind of sort of interactive. You know what? I'm dropping Scale Commander down a little. It's cool, but I think it probably needs a bit more work. Like I'm now thinking about the cleave beam thing or whatever, and I feel like that's going to be a bit limiting. Because like you basically can target enemies and you have limitations on how you target, but also it means you have to like empowerment, beam, beam, or empowerment, eruption as the other spec. That's going to feel kind of awkward and kind of weird, I think, to break stuff up like that. But it's still going to be fine, but like, I don't know. I think for Devastation it's going to be weird. For Og it's going to be fine. So I think I want to put it into needs more work. Just a little bit more. It needs something. Chosen with Diabolist, Wildstalker's Cheeks. Chosen with Diabolist in the I like it section? Really? You put it that high up. You put it that high up. I don't hate it. It actually is cool, but like, do it? I like how they increase the DPS it plays within the classes of ONYXIA Boomkin backing. So hold on. I like how they want to increase DPS. I think it plays well with the class. Yeah, I do. I don't hate it. I think it does play well with the Boomkins particularly. And for Bear, it could be kind of good too. I like a lot of both specs. Yeah, I don't hate it. I actually, you know what? You convinced me. I like it. I actually think they did pretty good for Bear because I feel like maybe that'll make the whole Lunar thing work better. Because I always like the Bear and the whole Lunar thing that it can do. Like I never hated it. It just sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's not that good. But for like being able to be full Lunar Boomkin, I don't hate the idea behind it. I like how the others chosen actually wants to fit both specs, not just one. I like how others chosen feel like it's actually wants to fit. Yeah, I feel it. Yeah. All right, so we got like one more, right? Paladin, Templar. This one is like very simple. It's hammers. Hammers for days. Add anchor to the too spicy tab. They're too spicy. Really? Can't wait to go Scout Commander, being 3 dudes at once. Yeah. I actually think that cleave is going to be good. I think that cleave aspect is going to be really, really solid. I don't hate it. I just think it needs a bit more. Just something extra. It's missing someone. Templar, last one. Eye of Tear is replaced with Hammer of Light for 12 seconds after it is cast. So you get an ability called Hammer of Light when you use Eye of Tear. Wake of Ash, the same, is replaced with Hammer of Light when it's cast. Hammer of Light is a 5 holy power spender ability. Calls down a hammer on the enemy with the power of light, dealing holy damage to the target and up to 4 nearby enemies, so it has natural cleave. Additionally, it calls down Empyrean hammers from the sky to strike 3 nearby enemies with holy damage. So that's kind of neat. Basically, when you use Eye of Tear and Wake of Ashes, it transforms into another ability where you just hammer away at the enemy target. And that is the core of it, right? When you press Eye of Tear, when you press Wake of Ashes, you want to hammer as hard as you can. There's defensive and offensive usages for both of those two. Like down the middle, after casting Hammer of Light, you call down an Empyrean Hammer to nearby a target for every 2 seconds for 8 seconds, so you'll automatically just start spawning in a bunch of Empyrean Hammers everywhere. Then, Crusader Strike, Hammer of Wrath, Judgment, or like Blades of Justice will reduce the duration of Shake the Heavens by 1 second. Shake the Heavens is this, yeah? Extend the duration. Oh, they'll extend the duration of it, so you'll send out more hammers for free. Shield of Righteous and Word of Glory calls down Empyrean Hammer nearby enemy. Or Templar's Verdant Divine Storm will also call down Empyrean Hammers. While Shake the Heavens is active, this effect calls down an additional Empyrean Hammer. So yeah, you're gonna just hammer. You just hammer away. You just hammer after hammer after hammer. MC Hammer, dude. Yeah, MC Hammer memes, dude. It's hammer time. It's hammer time. Light's Deliverance. You get a stack of Light Deliverance every time you call down Empyrean Hammer. At future stacks, casting Hammer of Light empowers you for 12 seconds to cast Hammer of Light additional time for free. So the more hammers you send out, the more big hammers you'll be able to do with your Hammer of Light. That's essentially the spec is hammers. Hammers. But there is some defensive value to it too. Like it's offensive value, but also defensive as well. And I think Empyrean Hammers are like the auto attack reduction one. So for prod, it's going to be like no physical damage taken ever. When Empyrean Hammer critically strikes, 60% of its damage is dealt to nearby enemies so they can cleave. Enemies hit by this effect deal 5% reduced damage to you. So playing into crit Paladin may not be the worst. 60% of his damage is cleaves and it makes you take less damage, which is not the worst. Then you got Bonds of Fellowship. You receive 20% less damage from Blessing of Sacrifice, and each time the target takes damage, you gain movement speed up to a maximum of 40%. So sacrificing on an ally is rewarded, or unwilling to charge away. Divine Steed lasts 2 seconds longer, increase your movement speed by additional 30% for the first 3 seconds. So if you need to juke out of the way, you can. Then we have Undisputed Ruling. Hammer of Light applies judgment to its target and increases your haste by Yoru haste by 15 seconds for 6 seconds. 50% by 6%, or Ayatir grants it through Holy Power additionally for the other one. So it's alright. Like the haste is gonna be good. Curious about Void Reaper, same dude, same. Over here we have Templar's Watch, Protection and Retribution, Hammer of Light, or their Ayatir or Wake of Ashes. All deal 30% more damage when striking only one enemy. This amount is reduced by 6% for each additional target struck. So basically it's like a single target tree or single target choice. But like there's some cleave room, but like the more enemies you're hitting, the less damage it deals. Or for whom the bell tolls. Divine Toll grants you up to 100% increased damage for your next 3 judgments when striking only one enemy. This amount is reduced by 20% for each additional target struck. So both of them are like a single target with some cleave talents that are competing against each other. But like one's for Divine Toll, the other's for the Hammer of Light. And like your tier ability or Wake of Ashes. But they're both like, they're not like one single target, one is AoE. They both do the same thing, but like one works with Divine Toll, has a bit more burstiness to it, while the other is like for the Hammer of Light with like less of a like cleave drop off, but like not as big of a damage buff. So it's interesting, you know, it's interesting. Hi, what's up, Bulldog? Down here we have when you cast Ayatir, gain a Shield of Vengeance for 10% effectiveness. When you cast Wake of Ashes, you gain Shield of Vengeance for 10% effectiveness. That's kind of cool. Endless Wrath, calm down Empyrean Hammer so the 10% chance to reset the cooldown of Hammer of Wrath. Make it usable on any target regardless of their health. That's kind of neat. Sanctification, and you're going to be, I mean, setting hammers left and right, so you're going to be getting that often. Sanctification, casting Judgment increases your damage of Empyrean Hammer by 10% for 10 seconds. Multiple applications may overlap. So as a prot, you got multiple charges of Judgment, so you can get this Empyrean Hammers to be stronger and stronger, especially if you can get resets and judgments, and you're sending hammers in every direction. Like, it's gonna be nuts, man. Light's Deliverance, get a stack of, yeah, we're talking about this. So, hammers. I don't hate it. I think it does actually pretty well. I think it's gonna be solid, has potential. I can't say that I like it, because it seems super hyper aggressive, and there's some defensive stuff for prot, but nothing super crazy to make a tank spec more tanky. Hammer it in. But like, to imagine what a Templar does, a Templar just big old hammer to smite their foes, does pretty well. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts? Wait, Zalatath expect Sharpness OEP? I know. Can Druid say I am Groot and Paladin say I'm Thor? Yeah, basically. No, Druids will say I am Cheeks. And then Paladins can say I'm Thor. But yeah, it's Thor. I don't hate it, dude. I don't hate it. It has like a flow to it. At least I can imagine the flow to it. Like, you press your Ayatir, and that becomes an ability. Like, while Ayatir or Wake of Ashes on cooldown, it just becomes another ability that lets you cleave stuff and do big damage. And it's 5 Holy Power. Not bad, yeah. You're gonna have to be a little bit careful, I think, with your Holy Power building and such. But, like, it gives you, like, a big burst window. It's not bad, that's for sure. I just hope they can give some more defensive value for prot. I just think there's not enough defensiveness to it, right? Because of everything we read, I'm stupid, hold on. Because of everything we read, it just seems like there's like 5% less damage taken, and then Shield of Vengeance is just about all you can get. I mean, I guess themselves, the Empyrean Hammers are, what are they? Like, that's the auto attacking hammers, right? Reduce your auto attack damage taken. No, wait, prot. Right, pretty sure. Hammer of the Righteous. Wait, what are Empyrean Hammers? That's not it, right? Blessed Hammer? That's not Blessed Hammers, right? The hell is an Empyrean Hammer? Is it this one? Hold on. Blessed Hammers. No. Divine Hammer. What is an Empyrean Hammer then? I guess it just... This ability creates Empyrean Hammers. Close down Empyrean Hammer. Wow, Empyrean Hammer. Hold on. Wow. Empyrean Hammer. Unless it means like the Empyrean Hammers are the Divine Toll Hammers. If that's what that means. Empyrean Hammer, Empyrean Hammer. No! No, it doesn't say what Empyrean Hammer is. It's not an ability. Calls down Empyrean Hammer. Yeah. So maybe Empyrean Hammers will have some kind of a defensive value. We don't know. It's new. Yeah, so maybe Empyrean Hammers themselves do provide some kind of like a debuff or maybe give you some kind of defensive. It doesn't say anything besides just a hammer. That's all it says. But maybe for prod, they'd give you a defensive. If it does give you like a passive defensive, this is a solid tree, and I think it works pretty well. It doesn't, I guess it makes you want to place IA tier more regularly as a defensive ability, but it'll probably just make it a higher priority ability without making it an offensive, right? I don't think it's the worst. It just becomes like a higher priority defensive, but I think it still works pretty well. And like as a paladin, you'll probably just try to maximize cooldown of your defensives as is, but maybe there'll be moments where you'll want to use this like offensively, but you also have other defenses that you can work with, so maybe it's not the worst. But I definitely know an M+, like you're gonna use this as your front line defense, just to give yourself that Hammer of Light ability. Or you'll be more likely to, at the very least. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see what the whole Empyrean Hammer stuff does. Like, maybe it'll have some defensive value, but like this one is like not full. We need a blue post. Like, this is another thing, like a lot of these you can't really fully judge, like until you actually play them. But like, based on like impressions, this is how I would rank them. Ignore the Hearthstone cards at the bottom, but this is more or less how I'd rank them. I like it, has potential, it needs more work. Cheeks. That's how I would rank them. But yeah. Someone's up to win. I know, dude. Maybe next week. Maybe next week. They've been doing it more regularly, which is good to see. Maybe they'll announce more next week. As long as it plays well, it's cool. I'm not super familiar with the play specs. It does get awkward when you get those talent combos. For red, I can tell you it'll work pretty well. For red, it worked pretty fine, Rob. For prod, I think it will work pretty well just because you generate a ton of resources really quickly. The thing is, though, I guess the question then would be... Oh, you know what I just thought about? Oh, that might be a weird one. So, Hammer of Light is going to be an ability you'll want to use. But it's essentially just going to replace your main Holy Power filler ability, which is going to be your Shield of the Righteous, right? Your Shield Slam. So, if Hammer of Light can basically grant you the armor buff that Shield of the Righteous would give you, then I think it's worth playing. But if you basically have to choose between one and the other, you're probably not going to get that much value out of Shield of Light, Hammer of Light. You know what? I don't even know. I'll move it down once. Because for prod, I don't know how this is going to work. Because shield is what you want to maintain at all times. That's what gives you armor. If Hammer of Light gives you armor from using it, then it's fine. You just basically use that instead of the Shield Slam. But like if it doesn't, then you'll probably still prioritize Shield Slam and maybe use this once in a while. But yeah, it'll come down to Chosen of Luna's going to slap and council fights. Oh yeah, for sure. With those moonfires and random Fury of Balloons, yeah. Especially if things are stacked up, dude. If you can spread moonfires everywhere and you just get random Furies of a Balloon with a blast, oh, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be great. Even for Bear, I think it's gonna be huge too. Yeah, this is the kind of what I'll put it. Honestly, just because of Light's guidance, I just don't know. Was there likes to give it to take it? It just would make no sense for them to give this ability and then be like, wow, you could use it, but like also you can't because you want to stay defensive, right? You don't want to die. Yeah, if they can change it so Hammer of Light basically also gives you like an armor buff as prot, then we're fine. But then again, it's one of those things that maybe we'll just have to wait and see, and maybe it already does on like the internal realms, but we just are guessing here, right? They're just giving us the talent, and like once maybe you put it in your spell book and you talent into it as prot, it gives you defensive and everything, right? Or maybe Blessing Empyrean Hammers, maybe they just give you passive armor whenever they're flying around, so you don't need to Shield the Righteous. Maybe, dude, I have no idea. Who knows, right? No parry equals 0 defenses. Tricker Rogue is going to be absolute bait. Yeah, that's what I was thinking earlier. I don't hate it either. I placed that one, I'm pretty sure, in the potential. Yeah, it has potential. Yeah. The intern filed this with the community. The virtual filed this. Dude, probably. I wouldn't be surprised, actually, because there are some, like... I mean... Like, there's like a increases your haze buff here. Hammer of Light applies judgment to its target and increases your haze buff. I don't know if it's Wowhead that did that or if it's like, oh, if it's like that on the actual like, on the actual page. Feels like they have teams for this and one of them is better than the rest. a few teams for this. Yeah, they definitely do have a few teams for this. That's for sure. Yeah, some of them are like awesome and others are like not as good. Which one looks the most broken thus far? So I don't know about broken, but I think Elun's Chosen and Diabolus both look and sound really good. I think Diabolus could be nuts. I think Trickster Rogue in some situations could be insane. And I feel like maybe Paladin Herald of the Sun with his healing over time could also be really good, right? Colossus, Skill Commander, Templar are all okay, but they probably need a bit more work. Wildstalker looks like cheeks. That's about all I could say. Like so far. Early version, they can always correct it. I think that one is going to be worked on quite a bit though. Colossus, Templar, Skill Commander, a little bit more, like a handful of issues that I have with them. But yeah, I don't hate them. There's none of them that I just don't like. You know? Nothing like completely game breaking, like Corruptions of BFA. Yeah, I don't think they were trying to go for like game breaking things. Honestly, I don't think that's what they were trying to go for. I think they were just trying to like make some cool ideas and cool things. Let me see if I could just post that on Twitter, I guess. Get my tier lists out of the way. Actually, let me do it like this. Make it a little bit bigger. Time to get flamed. Time to share my opinions and get absolutely flamed. Can't spell it all either. Alrighty. Cool. All I said is just like current thoughts on them. That's about all. Oh man. Did you get your Legos? I did not know. Should we try for one? We could try for one. I don't have a raid tonight, so I'll be chilling, honestly. Hope they address the Druid survivability soon, Frost DK survivability. Yeah, I hope they address Frost DK and PvP in particular. But Diablos, do you think it's gonna be affected by incinerate modifiers for Shadow Bolts? I believe so, yeah. Everything that buffs Shadow Bolts in your talents is probably gonna buff it. So like, you know that one talent where like spending soul shards buffs you incinerate? That's gonna buff it. I think it's gonna buff it. I think it's gonna be like a big turret. Oh, doing that while cleaving also is probably gonna be a viable option too. 19 Waycrest Manor, and I don't want to run it. Dude, it's actually not bad. Reroll our keys. You can, when you finish a key that's like a 20 or one that's same level or above it. But like, yeah, I do wish you could like talk to the panda lady and be like, yo, can I reroll a key, please? Thank you. You know, I think that'd be cool if they could do that. But yeah, it used to be a thing too, I thought. Or you would like destroy your key and loot a new one. That's how you would like reroll whatever. But yeah, that was one way of doing it. But I don't know. I don't know, dude. You know what I mean? I don't know, dude. You know what I mean? Ugh, man. Why am I so stuffy? This is a good mix. I'll run with this. Let's try for a Lego. Let's actually go play the video game. I'm gonna try Paladin. We'll try to see if I can get on heroic or normal. What are the affixes this week? I can check for you. Actually, do they have it on Archon maybe? It's not bolstering, is it? No, it's not. There's no way. Let me look. It is incorporeal, tyrannical, something else. Hold on, let me check my rogue. Because my rogue has a key. Incorporeal, tyrannical, incorporeal, spiteful? Oh, just adds all day. Okay, weird. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, the ads all day. Maybe that's good? This is the official season 4 start date? No, nothing yet. They're pretty sure they're going to have something out in, like, next few days, because there's going to be a March soon. Yeah, incorporeal, spiteful, tyrannical. Not bad. Not terrible. Giga add Fiesta. Yeah, add Fiesta. At least it's on Tyrannical. It's gonna be annoying with the corporeals, but spitefuls, yeah, that's gonna be fun too. Not the worst, I don't think. It's definitely like weird, but like if you got control, it's not the worst at all. At least that's how I feel about it. Let's try to see if we can get on a heroic or a normal on this guy. I'll probably do both if I need to, because I think heroics have like a way higher chance of getting you a Lego. I have like a holy set. I do. Yeah. All right. Farak. Heroic. I can link my CE now, dude. What is it? 9 out of 9, right? 9 out of 9 CE on main. Do I do Chindrall? I'll do Chindrall. Do. Should I join this one? I'll try. This guy Alliance? Oh yeah, I'm gonna be able to join him. Normal? No more Pala? Too many Palas, dude. What about a healer? Hold on. Maybe I'll just link my CE. I'll see what he says about that. I'll link him CE, see what he says about it. Maybe he won't like me anyway. That's okay. Alliance. Alright. Remember to swap with special relations if you haven't. Yeah, no, for Lego you don't have to. For trinkets you do, but for Lego you don't have to. Because you can, like, we had a healer roll a holy spec, and you got a Lego anyway. It doesn't matter. You could get it as any spec. You could literally get it as any spec. There's like one more spot opened up. Nine out of 9 CE. Yeah, I mean I am. I don't know. Should I do it on main? Because it's like, does that mean on main account or on main character? Have I messaged this guy before? Stretcheros? No, actually. So if somebody declines me, I can maybe see if I can get in with him. Yeah, wish you luck. Yeah, we'll hopefully get it. We'll see if we can even get into Heroic, because it's going to be a little harder just because I think my item level is a little low. It's not super low, but like, it's not amazing either. You know? Like maybe I could up it a little bit. Give it an uppy or two. I would need to like up, I don't know, my tier pieces, I guess. Maybe that'll help a little bit. I just need to up my like overall. I mean, yeah, I just don't have a lot of flight stones. That's the worst part. My flight stones, I'm kind of limited on them. Kind of limited, boys. Oh no, I'll do pants. Didn't even do anything. Oh man. All right, maybe this guy. Song is a banger? Yeah, dude. This was a banger. This is an old one. It's just like a New Year's mix. I'm not really going to specific songs of NCS. I just want to have something that just like cycles in the background. What's your top favorite 2 specs? I mean, I've been enjoying my Outlaw Rogue a ton. I feel like I guess I got to add that in there because that's all I really play. Devastation Evoker recently has been kind of fun. It doesn't have to be only 3 because there's a lot of specs I've been enjoying. I guess right now, Devastation has been a ton of fun. Archmage has been a ton of fun. Usually I like to play Survival Hunter, Frost DK, Blood DK is also really good. Havoc Demon Hunter has been a ton of fun too. Mistweaver, also really good. Yeah, I can keep it just down to 3. I cannot keep it down to 3. Assassin is also really good though. Plays all of them. Basically, yeah, basically. If there's definitely a favorite amongst like each class for me. But yeah. I need to try Demo with the Shadow Invocation. I do, you're right. I was playing Affliction recently and a bit of Destro, but I should try that invocation playstyle too. Jake, after reading about Diabolus, I almost want to like not touch Warlock up until I can touch Diabolus. Am I the only one who I'm just like, okay, I just want to wait until I get to experience that goodness, you know? Like, I had no idea. No problem, my guy. Yeah, it's normal to assume like, oh, we probably want to be on the right spec to get the weapon for a red pally, right? It's a red pally Lego, so, but it doesn't matter. They even confirmed it, so like it doesn't matter what spec you are. You still could get a chance at it anyway, because it's like tied to the class or something. I might just have to sign up for normal, boys, and maybe do a heroic later. Heroic has a much higher chance to get a Lego. Like, it's just pretty big difference. A pretty big one. Mostly guild group. I guess I should do a CE experience, right? Maybe. I'll just link them this. Maybe they'll be nice. Who knows? Another guild prog. We have polls in the boss, but this is still a prog in our group. Patience is needed. Guild Discord as well. Oh, do I actually need to be part of the Discord? Man. Only ATC. During Tindril, right? Tindril for rack, only ATC. Yeah. Killer mamas. There we go, dude. I'll send him CE. Which is favorite healer and why? Oh, favorite healer? Oh, that's an interesting one. Like, if I had just to pick one, man, that's a hard one. Either Mistweaver for the fist weaving playstyle in Mythic Pluses, because I kind of like playing aggressive healers, and I feel like that one is like the most fun that I've ever had. Just punching and kicking things while healing like everybody around me. That's been incredibly fun. And I think just in the current meta, it works super well together. I'm a DPS class at heart, man. So if I could play like a Disc Priest or a Mistweaver, I could do damage to heal my allies. That's like the perfect play style for me. It fits me so well, I think. That or Disc, because like damage healing, you know. But that one kind of makes sense. Wait, did I get declined from that guy's group? Apathy? Yeah, totally just didn't get taken. Apathy doesn't take me, I guess, because my item level is really low. I guess I could like reach him back out, but I'm pretty sure I got declined again. Man, you go out and kill Farak and Mythic, and even that's not enough to get into a heroic group. You know, it's rough, man. It's rough out there. How is it? Capri Sun? Is that somebody who whispered already? No. I'll throw my hat in the ring. But like, I don't know what else you could do, chat. I guess like I need item level on this thing. But like, killing Farak is not enough to join a heroic group. Like, if killing Farak isn't on Mythic isn't enough to join a heroic, dude, pugging is basically impossible then, huh? Pretty sense you could drink. Goated. I guess to get tell me to try Disc Monk to heal. I'm a druid, but it's a blast DPS. Yeah, no, druids can do damage. Yeah, if you wanted to play a DPS heavy class, druids have shown that they could do a ton of damage in MDI. Like if you play pure hybrid damage build and everybody else avoids taking damage, druids can blast. Yeah, druids are definitely one of the bigger blasters, but like that means you have to focus mostly on damage to really crank out those numbers. But if everybody's taking damage constantly, like in Pug World or whatever, yeah, it's not gonna be fun. Pug Life, yeah, it is Pug Life, dude. It is like that. That's how it'd be. Who does decline? Yeah, exactly. I do want to do a heroic, and I'll probably get one done in my free time. So maybe I'll look for like a normal run. Unless I could like, I don't know, sign up for a couple more groups, see what happens. No more Pala. They killed Farak though. Hold on. I guess they're done. Well, they're actually doing Farak and they're just like locked out. Strat Heroes. I did whisper to this guy before. I'll try to see if I can sign up again. Is this viable in Mythics? Oh yeah, definitely. Like Mythic Pluses? Yeah, very, very strong in Mythic Plus. Good for pushing, solid. It's very good for like just about any other tank too. It doesn't have like, it's pretty solid right now. If you talk about rating, oh yeah, also. Like Holy Priest is also really good too. Disc Priest is also really good. Disc Priest can really crank out numbers. It is difficult to play though. Disc Priest is not the easiest healer to get into if you've never healed before. Like, maybe like on the base level, like doing some of the lower level M pluses, you could get more comfortable with it. And I think in Mythic Pluses it's probably much better for like the pug approachability. But you really do have to like get used to the whole like, oh, to heal my allies, I need to set up a big damage window. Got it. And like more normally people think like, oh, to heal allies, you heal them. You kinda gotta do damage to heal them. Like to be more efficient with it. Like there's gotta be moments where you do have to like hard cast heals and hit them with shields. But you gotta get comfortable with the whole like doing damage to heal them. And that like if you're new to the game and like it just like it's really weird to wrap your head around that mechanic, it's gonna make it a little harder. But like if you level a fresh new Disc Priest and you really try experimenting with the whole like atonement thing of like doing damage to heal allies, leveling a new character mostly through dungeons, I feel like will get you pretty acclimated to the whole like how to heal. And then like as you get abilities like what is it, Power Word, Radiance, which is like an AoE heal, it also puts atonement on allies who like AoE Radiance, focus on damage. And you'll have moments where you have to like line up, like because Radiance will have charges on a set amount of cooldown, you have to bank it for specific moments. Radiance, go. But it's a lot of setup. It's a setup healer. But if you set up dots or pots on allies with atonements, which is like the buff that causes them to get healed when you do damage, set it up, set damage, put debuffs on the enemy so they take more damage, and then blast them as your allies take a damage. You'll counteract the damage by like they get a damage, but then you heal them, damage, healing. But it's a lot of setup. Definitely not easy for a new player. But it's fun. I think if you, again, level a character and you start like messing around mostly through dungeons with atonement healing pretty early on, I think you'll get comfortable with it. I think it's totally doable. And like in raids, it gets even more complex than it is now, but like in dungeons, I think it's very approachable. Very, very approachable, the current playstyle that you got going on. It's a lot less punishing, you get much better throughput. You just gotta get like comfortable DPSing. It can be right, depends on your group, yeah. Having a lot of comfort down plus overall builds a lot of confidence to play Disc. Yeah, I think that's Disc is probably the most approachable one in M plus specifically, or Dungeon specifically. But if you were to level a Disc Priest, like a fresh new one from scratch, mostly through dungeons, and like experiment with the whole atonement mechanic and get a feel for it, I think by the time you hit max level, you'll be pretty good at the whole like timing and setting up and all those things, because you gotta really like get in the habit of doing as much damage as possible to heal your allies. And like it takes a second if you've never done it before. It takes a second. But it's not too many buttons. Like if anything, it's like you have very specific buttons to do very specific things, but it's not too many buttons. But yeah, I think it's totally doable. It's easier to get into than it's ever been, I think. Man, this is rough, dude. How do I get in? Oh, can I get in? Do I join this guy? Like what? I don't know, man. Laser Chicken. I whispered him before, right? Yeah, I just was overlooked completely. Frack heal? I mean, I could send that back in there, but like, it's Alliance, I can't even whisper him. Let's just do normal. Might just have to do normal. I really want to do heroic. It just, if I do a normal and heroic, I'll have to do both of them. Or if I go do normal now, I'll have to do heroic later. Just because I really want the Lego. Alright, we'll do this. We'll type in normal, just because I could be here forever. I need a bit better item level on this guy, and then I think if I'm like 470, it's gonna be much easier for me to get in. At least I'm hoping. I'll see if there's any group that are doing normal Farak. Because I killed Heroic on this guy. Like, he got CE and... Not this guy got CE, but this guy killed Farak on Heroic. I just don't have the craziest item level. Actually, there's not a lot of Farak groups that are normal, too. Huh. Or you can get a Lego normal. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great if that was the case, honestly. If that was the case, that would be wonderful. I've always played a DPS, but I've also been considering killing due to shortages. Yeah, if you want to just set up like a proper healer and learn proper healing, just like focus on healing. Holy Priest is a good one. Resto Druid is a good one. But if you want to do like a bit of hybrid and mostly play as a hybrid, I feel like Monk right now is a very viable one, or Disc Priest. But if you play Priest, I guess you could play Holy and a bit of Disc and you'll be able to do both. Yeah. I think that'd be a good way of doing it. So it sounds like Priest in general should, I think, be your approach. I'm gonna resend up again, dude. I'm gonna resend up again. I'll probably get declined, but it's okay. At this point, I'll take rejection. While seeing if I can maybe find another group. This guy's like a unicorn. Have I? I mean, hit him up. Vincent? That's in your name. Oh, I guess I'll take this one. Hold on, I want to see if I can send it to Vincent, see if I can get two invites. Because this guy's only got like one healer. That'll be a second one. But if Vincent takes me and they got basically a full group, then maybe. I'll give him a second. I'll give it a second. It's just a 20-man group. I think it's going to be easier than a 9-man group or a 10-man. Ah, F it, I'll take it. I'm gonna hope that this is actually the hidden, like, secret sleeper pumper group. The secret hidden sleeper pumpers. Hold on, I need what do I need, like haste runes? I don't even remember. That is a Paladin. I think it's haste. Howling runes, right? Rune. Could be 2-man heal it? I think like another healer will probably be better. Also, mailboxes have been slow. Is it just me? I feel like mailboxes take forever to deliver my stuff. I just bought it. I'll summon one when I get in raid. That's the kind of girl that plays the field. Down the kind of girl that plays the field, dude. I try, man. You have to. You have to, man. I normally just like what? I usually send in one. Like on at least my rogue, right? I send just like, okay, here's a group. I think that'll be fine. I send my what is it? My join group request or whatever, right? I sign up, and usually like you get in because like my main's got plenty of stuff to work with, right? Plenty of achievements, plenty of gear, plenty of whatever. But on alts, man, I could just be sitting there for 5 minutes. I'm just like, you know what? Let's just send a bunch of them. To healing at 10 is viable. It is if you got the gear. Like 10-man, it can be easier because you get less mechanics too, right? You get less mechanics to work with, so it can be easier, actually. Also, probably should have upgraded this shield. I actually got a slightly better one. I just have a blue shield still. My main weapon is so ass cheeks, man. I just don't have fight stones to upgrade it at all. It's not like I have coins just to buy fight stones. To just spend a bit more time on this character. But like I've healed this before. But it didn't work poorly. But yeah, scaling, they definitely made it so it's a bit more favorable. Quite a bit more favorable. Now that I like figure it out, like you're supposed to use, what is it, the flash heal early, like aggressively. Like it feels a little bit better. I need my stamp whistle. Tell me I can get my runes. Or not? Runes? Okay, runes are lost. Runes are lost in the mail. We don't need them. We don't need them, do we? I'm a little afraid now. I'm gonna give you a buff. Oh god. I'm gonna give you a heal immediately. Look, we only got one dispel. We only got one dispel. That's how weird it is. And just me. I gotta dispel myself. Give myself a heal. Give this guy a heal. Yeah, you got no mechanics. One dispel. Like it's gonna be so easy. What the? What is that leap? What is that leap? Oh my god, it looks like the whole entire health bar to the side is so far away, dude. It is so far away. It's so far away. I can barely see anything. I feel blind. Is it just me? One dispel. I'm gonna give us a defensive. Jesus Christ, my mans, you're dead. Oh god. What a bubble. I don't like this anymore. I don't like this anymore.
Target you. Watch your step.
Okay, big heals. But it becomes like a very much like a healer responsibility thing, right? Big on healer responsibility stuff. It's like you can't really make a mistake.
Stay away from lines. Target you. Raise charge.
I don't have anything for this though, like cooldown wise, so we might be in a bit of trouble. I don't have bubble either. Wait, demo. There we go. 3% damage taken, or 3% less damage taken.
Phase 2.
Okay, we're chilling. For now.
Run.
Okay, I'm actually gonna have to heal him real hard. I feel like I'm having to turn my head so far. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go heal these things really quickly. Is Evoker gonna go in? One of us gotta stay, one of us gotta heal.
Lines.
Or not. Or I guess they all get healed a ton. That could work. We're gonna dispel. Yeah, one of us is gonna have to like stay next to the group, but the other is gonna have to heal, I think. God, please, no. Get walking next to me.
Adds time.
Oh yeah, those ads are a lot easier to heal now. I'm a little worried about this middle area,
Stay away.
but I think it will be good for the most part. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, all of them got hit. What the hell? All of them got beamed? Oh yeah, we lost all those ads. We're probably dead, huh? I don't know how we lost all of them.
Run.
Was it Evoker that maybe died? Is that what happened? Or Evoker was too close maybe?
Stay away.
I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm dead. Unless I get a bubble. Oh, we're so dead. Yeah, that's too many ads casting. I don't know how we lost those. Yeah, we lost like a whole chunk of ads over there that spawned. You see them all casting? I'm not sure how we lost them, but like someone hit him with like a fire spell or a line. Did I either get hit by a fire thing or a line? It popped immediately. I have no idea. Maybe we gotta heal him super hard in the opener? Yeah. Instant AoE damage on them just needed to be healed been faster than the get-go. Miscommunication. Okay. I guess they just died to just damage, which is unfortunate. I mean, maybe one of us should be over there so we can immediately heal them off the bat. Man. I mean, I guess this is doable, right? It's just like, it's a bit rough on my mana. But otherwise it's okay. Otherwise it kind of works. How much healing am I doing? Okay. Fairly close to each other. He's playing the Emerald Blossom build. I almost feel like he should just stick with the raid. Because then I could just go and heal all the ghosties. I feel like I'd be more efficient at that. I can tell ours, but the beam comes through the middle. I mean, with the handle. Yeah, no, it was just like the ad spawned and then they were like low health. And it's just like, there was no beam that went through them. They just kind of like died instantly. Also, I think I'm going to smack this guy with the buffs. Airtonin or whatever. Gonna start giving him the Blessing of Summer. I don't even know, man. Maybe I should save my wings for like the transition phase. I know that I really want to save Aura Mastery for that phase, but like, I don't really know. I feel like we take way too much damage in the opener.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. AOE incoming. Watch your step. AOE incoming.
Feels a little bit better in the opener. Am I the only one spelling? I might be.
Run.
Okay, we're gonna pop cooldowns. Gonna give him a thing. I am gonna AM this. This is too much damage. Oh god. Yeah, too much damage.
Stay away from lines.
Time to spell.
Watch your step.
A bubble for later if I need to.
AOE incoming. Stay away from lines. Target you. Run. Noise change.
Okay, I have nothing for this. I have bubble, I guess, so there's that. But yeah, kind of limited in here. Just a little. What else could I do? Gotta bubble this. Just start healing as much as I can. One is gonna go in. You're probably gonna die unless you're okay. Okay, one of these. Big recovery, real quickly. Heal as much as I can. I'm gonna give him a heal buff.
Stay away from lines.
Oh yeah, the ads do take a bit of damage there, don't they? Okay, at least, yeah, healing them takes nothing. I gotta get up close if I want to actually be able to heal anybody.
Stay away from lines.
A mastery. Hurting me. Good cooldowns. The man might die. Hopefully he doesn't.
Breath incoming. Stay away.
Hopefully I can go in there and heal these things as soon as I can. Ah, you gonna kill him, bro? Okay, nice. I was gonna say for a second that was gonna be bad.
Run.
Oh, we're gonna die. Someone's gonna die. Unless, trying to keep him alive.
Stay away from lines.
Ow. Where are they? Oh, there they are.
Target you.
He's gonna die. Unless, oh. Okay, let me try to see if I can res this man real quick. Got myself. Oh, this is so rough, dude. I'm not gonna lie, this is a little bit more than I bargained for. Trying to give myself a bit of mobility, hopefully. Trying to keep them all healed. Yeah, that's up. That's chilling. Here we go. Here's some cooldowns for you. Yeah, we need to get over there and heal those guys immediately. I'm gonna give ourselves big defensives. Big heals. Okay. And we should be getting debuffs here too. Oh my god. Bro. Okay, we got big heals. Actual big heals. Ow. Yeah, actually maybe big heals. Actual maybe big heals.
Target you.
That's cool, he got them. Try to keep everybody alive here as best as I can. I feel like it's about all I can do. Do we have more ads or is that it? Because if there's no more ads, then I think we're chilling. As long as nobody eats the seeds. I got no bad at all. Oh, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Trying to keep us alive as best as I can. Myself one of these. Big heal, or as big of a heal as I can. Here we go, friend. He needs a heal, he needs a heal. Here we go. Alright. This is gonna be a little rough here, boys. I got like 0 mana. This is gonna be a little bit challenging. Oh god. I guess I can grab one. Oh god.
Stay away from lands. Target you.
Oh no. I'm gonna bubble this. Just we're okay. This man needs healing. Oh, or not. I need doesn't need. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, we have a seed pop. Yeah, that was gonna kill. Yeah, there's no way. Nobody have seed pops like that. That's a little rough, dude. I feel like we need another healer. Putting a lot of faith in Dal. It is a lot of faith in me, but like my healing. I mean, hey, how you doing? We're doing a lot of healing. We're doing a lot of healing in this one, man. We're doing a lot of healing in this one. Like, to be fair, we're doing a lot of healing. Just like a ton. Like, I'm definitely having a hard time, but like, we are healing a ton for this fight. Don't get me wrong. Plenty of healing. And I'm single target healing. Paladins can't really heal AoE. You have to mostly single target, but like, Beacon of Light is doing the work. Word of Glory, Glimmers, Holy Shock, Blossom, all those things are doing numbers. I feel like maybe I need to be more aggressive with Tears Deliverance, like using it a little bit earlier than I do, just so I can have it up more often. But like, that's really about all I need. But yeah. I do think this would be easier if we got one more healer. Just like one more way to like not mess up the mechanics or whatever. Or like less of a chance to mess up. Because like, what did we die there at the end to? We died, this guy with seed, yeah, so it just was seeds. So we were chilling. They were getting low, but it was mostly seeds at the end of the day. Lines, seeds, or something. Yeah. So it wasn't even like I did something there, it was just seeds. Also, SCC is a little bit like off, I think, with the intermission phases. But like what we could do is maybe if me and this guy talk, like if he does ads and I'll just kind of focus on healing the group. Like maybe splitting it like that might be a little bit easier, you know? Because I don't know if he wants to do that or whatnot. Why does normal feel like mythic? Dude, this is heroic. This is normal. This is heroic. Yeah, but it kind of does start to feel like, unless you mean just in general terms, like why does normal feel like mythic? Then I have no idea. Pug life? Yeah, pug life, man. Pug life. And I'm trying to heal as much as I can, man. I'm doing the best I can while also trying to conserve my mana. Trying to get a flash of lights to give me as much holy power as possible. I really would love to move my Aura Mastery to a better spot. What I might do is I might save Wings until like the big Dream Rend and then Aura Mastery the intermission. Honestly. That's what I might start doing. I need to be like closer to everybody. I don't know why I'm so far out.
Watch your step. from lines. Target
Okay, wall this. We're chilling. We'll just heal. Heal.
run.
And this is where I need to pop everything just to keep us alive. I mean, it's a lot of healing. I need a lot of healing.
Away from lines. Target you. Watch your step. AOE incoming. Stay away from lines. Close charge.
Nice. So I have AM and everything there. So this phase should feel really safe. Like no one should take any damage here. Ba-da-bum. Cool. And I still have my what is it, hammer thing rolling? Or artifact weapon or whatever you call it. Gonna wall this. I have bubble for later. If we need one. May not even need one. Rayquaza, I am worried about you, my mans. Our health is getting a little worrisome. Nice. A bubble there at the end. I do not trust myself.
Run. Stay away from lines.
Okay, so he's probably going to take care of those. I mean, honestly, if we just split it like this, right? I handle the group, and he'll take care of that. That'll work probably okay. We'll try it like this. I'll just heal them.
Stay away from lines. Target you. Axe high.
Got big cooldowns here. We could do some big healing. Mad healing there.
Stay away from lines. Target you.
Could stabilize everybody here for a second. Okay, we're chilling. For now, at least. So wherever that DK is, I have no idea where he's at. I man might just die. Might be on the opposite side. I can reach him right now. Okay. My mana is getting a little bit wasted here. Pretty badly, but it's okay. Should be getting plenty of procs for a bit. Give him cooldown reduction so maybe he can get some defenses back or something.
Target you. Axe high.
Oh god, my health. Okay, we got this. So we should be vibing for a bit. Plenty of holy power, hopefully.
Stay away from lines.
Wish I had AM or something. Dudes are super far away from me, but we got more CDs to rotate. Man, it's going back up little by little. A little worried about this. I'm actually going to aim this for everybody. I'll hold wings for a little bit.
Target you.
Be healing. Hopefully we'll be okay. Dispel. Mana, mana, mana. Yo, this is rough. I'm telling you right now. This is a little like, oh, makes your heart pump. Good dome. Probably would have been better to use dome later. But that's about as good as we can get it, honestly. Okay, so I got a big buff for the Evoker, is what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give him a big hilly buff. So maybe he can pump a little. My man is a little shot right now. I don't know if I want to... Yeah, don't give me the seed right now. That'll be a bad move.
Stay. Stay away from lines. Target you.
Nice. Drop one. Good. One guy down, but it's okay. We can still maybe make it. Uni. Where's Uni? Here we go. No mana. Literally no mana. We got nothing. Okay, I got some mana back, but very, very limiting. Very limited. Uh-oh. I might need to bubble this. I'm bubbling.
Stay away from lines.
We got a C procking. That's not great. At least we got the shield. I'm dead. I don't know, man. With healers down, unless we got a B-res. We got one B-res, actually. Maybe the B-res. Nah, it's over. I don't think it's happening, man. I don't think this is happening. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is rough, dude. I'm taking half awake. Yo. I think this group might be a little bit half awake, honestly. It's a little bit tough. It's a little rough. I gave him a healing buff, and even my healing's still like above the man. Yeah, we need more healers. I think we need another DPS and more healers or something. It's a little... I think it's totally doable, but like the group needs to be big pumpers. And the damage of this group is a little bit all over the place. We got a Hunter doing about 100k, DK doing about 100k. The best DK is just not really bringing his best, you know what I mean? Compared to like this man's right here. One more healer. Yeah, I guess one more healer would do it, but like even damage-wise, like it's just a little over the place. One heal, one DPS? Yeah, probably. Yeah, they're gonna add one more healer, one DPS. Hopefully they can get like a decent ones. And probably not, if we can get like a non-paladin, non-strength class, that'll probably help a bitch. That's low. I was like, yeah, it's you can do a 10-man run, but the damage needs to be there, right? So if somebody's not really doing great in damage, you have to bring other DPS to like help them. And we picked up a monk. That's a good one. That's a great healer. Wow, that's huge. We can have somebody in guild. Bone, Calming. Oh, they're probably all gonna be locked out. Yeah, they're probably all gonna be locked out for the week until Sunday. We got 2 DPS. Okay, we got 2 strength classes. All right. Not a lot of variety, but if they can do damage and they're geared, which I think will be fine, honestly. Like this guy got gear. This guy got more gear than these guys, or about the same. I don't know, man. Like a mage would have been better, or like. But I guess that's all you can really pick, right? All you got is this. All you got is this. This is your roster. This is what you got to pick from. Strength classes run this. Yeah, it's only like it's a strength class raid at this point. But like, oh, you know how early was setting up, trying to get in here? As a holy pally, yeah, it's a bunch of paladins that's queuing up. To get a variety is tough, man. So I feel them. I feel for them, honestly. But yeah, so far my healing, I feel like it's been pretty good. I ran out of mana really badly by the end of it, but like Glimmers are doing work. Word of Glory is doing work. Tear Set is doing numbers. Tear's Deliverance is doing okay too. Flash of Lights are doing numbers. But like lots of it's beacon healing. I just wish I could swap beacon to like non-tanks, but they're taking hits back to back, so tanks need like tank healing. And, like I'm covering that, but even then they're still really close to low. I just wish I had a better trinket than this, because I feel like, I don't know, like probably like a better actually healer trinket would have worked better. Name of the group, it is called a H4AC Emergency Heroic, just H4AC. I tried to join in. I tried to join up, dude. If you did, that'd be awesome. I'd be actually cool with that. There's an Evoker trying to queue with a DK. That would have been a fantastic combo. How many DPS are they thinking of grabbing? Like 12? But yeah, if you want to sign up, you're more than welcome to. I'm trying to see if I can get, like... I think the DPS trinket, yeah. Because I already have the weapon from this place. I don't have the heroic weapon. I think I'll just go with the DPS trinket. That's another good one. Grenades okay for red and good for holy if you want a DPS. It looks like the Evoker DK group joined in too, so that'll be kind of nice. And we dropped the guy. Okay, it was one of the guys we picked up earlier. That or they dropped him. I don't even know. Who knows? I guess I'll do this mix. I don't really know. I feel like I'm running out of mixes to play. What is this guy DPSing or is this guy healing? I thought this guy signed up as a healer, but I mean, if he damages them, cool with that. Wait, he was already in the group earlier. I don't know, maybe having him probably not the worst to have him heal. Possibly. Oh no, it's like a good guild group, so maybe he was like asked his homies. Okay. Yeah, so hopefully when the Evoker and the DK get here, maybe we'll get another good attempt. Hopefully. There's a group lead. Group lead is, they just delisted, but the group lead would have been Unicorn on Skull Crusher. Did he just, hold on, did Unicorn just use yeah, he Vantised it. I guess Vantising heroic frack, okay, that's the hardest difficulty of boss you gotta do. Might as well, right? Might as well send everything you got. You know what I should do? I need to do the entire run of this place on normal just so I can get like the enchant for the head. The helm enchant, because I'm running without it, and I imagine that'll help a bit. I also need to get a better weapon and like main hand offhand on this guy. So maybe like a normal run on the Paladin might be in play this week. Like a full normal. At the bare minimum. You know, playing the flash heal version of Paladin, like after I started prioring flash heal whenever I get like the Holy Shock proc, I feel like my mana has drastically improved, and the amount of resources I get in terms of holy power is just like a lot. So I actually like the fact that I looked it up, because it felt like for a good bit that I'm just like running out of mana, don't really feel super efficient with healing, feel like there's a bit of downtime in between like certain casts, but like now it just feels a lot better. I think what I'll try to do is the same thing here. I'll try to see if I can save AM for the intermission phase and try to see if I can just like power heal through that big like rip that he does. I'll just need to have like tier rolling way ahead of time and just have like a Hand of Divinity there. I Okay, at least this guy's geared, so he might just carry. I'm also hoping the Evoker carries big time. Like, not gonna lie. Oh, come on, my guy. Please, don't die on us now. We just started pulling. There's still only one, what is it? One debuff. For now. Or two.
AOE incoming.
So we're gonna get
Lines.
lines. Jim got a wall. So we try and don't take too much damage. I'm gonna get myself this going. Gotta go in really, really early. Pop wings with it. Hopefully keep us alive here. Oh yeah, this feels so much safer.
Stay away from
Like with an extra healer to stop us.
Watch your step. Run out.
This feels so much safer. Here we go. You can get cooldowns back quicker, my guy.
Stay away from lines. Target you. Run.
Should be phasing here soon. Nice. Good milk.
Raise jump.
Good milk, man. Even these guys found like a way to milk the boss too. Hell yeah. Okay, I actually spend AM somewhere. I don't even know where I send AM. Uh-oh, this might be a little trouble. Might be a little troublesome. I don't remember when I sent AM, but I sent it somewhere. We'll do one of these. Big heal, hopefully. Mad heal.
Phase 2.
Oh yeah, this felt so much safer. So much safer than another healer.
Run.
Gonna wall this. This man needs a bit more healing. Just a touch more. Touch more healing. I give him sack. I feel like that man's taking the huge hits.
Stay away from lines. Target you.
Ow, my health.
Stay away from
Yeah, my health does not feel good there at all.
ads coming.
We're gonna do one of these. Pair with this. Try to see if we can just heal without burning wings yet. Just gonna save those.
Stay away from line. Target you.
Myself a big healy buff.
Run.
I am this. Probably was a good idea. I feel like the health numbers would have dipped a little lower
Stay away from lines.
than I would have been comfortable with. $30 to finish the key. I think you guys got it. I believe. Just because it's you healing. Or tanking. You got what I mean. There we go, my guy. Get some damage buffs.
Target you. Ads coming.
Oh, that man needs a heal. Dude, Evoker burst healing is so nice. I know Paladin spot healing is like a thing, but like Evoker burst healing feels so much better. Like I feel like it's just so much more useful. I feel like I can just all I can do is just stand still and just heal. That's all I can do. I'm gonna give you a sack. Feels like that man might die. Here we go. Big lay in hands. We need a big heal. I would have loved to have AM here. I should have had Tier rolling ahead of time though. That's my fault entirely.
Run.
Here we go. You get some CDs. Boss again. Here we go. Big buff. Big healing buff for you boys. I actually get to heal the ads for a little bit, because normally I don't really get to. I got wings walking into this one, so this is fine. We're mostly okay. I need just a little bit more holy power to heal everybody.
Stay away from lines.
I'm gonna bubble this, just take no damage. Kill you.
Knocking back.
Try and top everybody as best as I can. One big heal. Mana for myself. Okay, we got wings. Oh, I just hope we don't take too much damage here. Oh, okay, we're already starting to take big hits. Tank? Oh god, please tank. Oh god. I'm nowhere near you, my guy.
Stay away from lines.
Oh, we lost something. We lost a seed. Yeah. Which seed was it?
Stay away from lines.
It was a seed, right? Yeah, blazing seed. Yeah. Somebody got hit, dude. Oh no, everything was going fine too. We were okay. And then the seed. Yeah, there's one, but there's another one somewhere. Do we know who got hit by the seed? Yeah, Rabbit is blapping us right now in heals, man. I'm doing the very best that I can, but this guy's like absolutely pumping. He's doing the Dream Blossom build, which is the better build, because it plays around the Loon frame and actually plays around the tier set. But yeah. We had to be without seeds on the seed side who are assigned seeds. Who has seeds assigned here? Hopefully not me, because for me it's a lot going on, man. Look at the loot from IKEA finished. Gorehowl Warchief. Wait, you got the weapon? No, let's go. Gorehowl. Just the weapon? Is it two people that got the weapon? Oh, it's both people got the weapon. Nice. Hell yeah. Who is doing seeds though, by the way? Because just so we're all clear. Hopefully they didn't assign me a seed, because there's just no shot, man. No shot. If I was DPS, then definitely. But like as a healer, I feel like I got a lot going on. Yeah, just picking a fight with the Evoker. That's not good. Double weapon drop too. Had to do 270k HPS as a tank. Yeah, I mean you just have to press Death Strike, so you know, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. You know what? I'm actually gonna pop cooldowns early, just so I can have them rolling now.
Watch your step.
Yeah, it's gonna do a bit of damage.
Stay away from lines.
I'm actually gonna get this thing rolling now.
Run.
I'm actually gonna put AM here, just to make it easier on us.
Stay away from lines. Watch your step. AOE incoming. Stay away from lines. Target you. Raise challenge.
I didn't like that line. That was not great. Okay, well, damage-wise, I feel like it's faster. And I feel like we're not taking as much damage right now. That's kind of nice. But I really wish I had like my full go here. Like with full CDs and AM. But it doesn't have it right now. Wings coming up though, so I think I'll use them. Nice. That felt a lot better. That felt a lot better. I think what I'll do is I'll give him a Healy buff. Just because I feel like he'll be more effective with it. 15% more healing or something? Something like that. I'll send this on cooldown.
Stay away from lines.
Try to play around my mana as best I can. I'll give him sack if I can. If the game allows me to.
Stay away from lines.
Nice. Huge setup.
Run.
Actually gonna bubble this just so I go nowhere and don't have to take too much damage. Focus on healing.
Stay away from lines.
Actually gonna pop wings here and get this rolling. Looks like Church Deliverance kind of matches with this phase pretty easily. So I'm gonna guess that's what I have to do. And I got AM, so I might just use AM here.
Stay away from lines.
We're gonna use AM now.
Target you.
This is some mana to work with. As much healing as I can for that man. Nice, good defensive usage, my guy. Where's the hunter? There you are. You're gonna die unless we do something. Keep you alive and nice and healthy. I really wish I had a blind on this guy just so I can blind the ads. Good dome. Like the use of defensives.
From lines.
Trying to be very, very careful with my mana. I got a lot more mana than before, so this is nice. We got a big healing buff too.
Stay away from lines. Target you.
Gonna give him a big heal buff. And I'll use this to help us recover here a little. Stabilize. Alright, Evoker got the healing buff. Hopefully that'll do something for us in the long term. Just gotta start healing the hell out of this thing. Oh no. Nice, good bait.
Stay away from lines.
Gonna get cooldowns rolling now. Getting the hell out of dodge.
Stay away.
Big runner. That man needs a lot of healing. Wall for myself. Could use the defensives. Fantastic. Kinda need to not cast my Toll yet. Nice. Now we have it. I'm gonna get hit if I don't move. Small micro adjustments. Not. Oh, back it up, back it up, back it up. I'm just getting the hell out. I'm dead. I'm dead. Yeah, dead. It's okay though. We're fine. I'm dead, but it's only 8%. It's trying to res me. Where am I gonna go? Here? Okay, nice. Chillin'. Bubble. Hopefully we have a cooldown for this. Nice. Here we go. We got CDs at least. Mana is back. We just gotta have to cadaver stuff a little bit here. Do you have any more seeds? No, just kill the boss. Kill boss. I haven't anything in terms of CDs, so we're just dry. Oh, come on. Come on, Blizzard. That could have been a perfect Lego, dude. Come on, Blizzard. Heart. I'll try rolling on it. Is my stuff all hero? Actually, it's hero track. I should roll on all of it. That I can't. Oh, maybe. Hero track, yeah. Yeah, maybe we get the thing, but who knows, right? Unlikely. Unlikely. Yeah, no Lego, man. Heroic too and everything. Okay, I have my warrior, I have my death knight, so I still have a chance at it. With death knight, I don't know if I can be able to get a heroic done. It's probably going to be normal. The warrior is the one character that's done the most amount of these with like the back-to-back phallic protection things. So maybe he'll get a chance at it. I'll still see if I can maybe yoink this one real quick. That guy rolled a 1. Oh no, dude, the best DK. Oh, no. I think I actually might get it. It's only a Revenant, and I don't know if he can really need anything. Unless he like rolls higher than I do. Gonna get an ult SOD at triple quadruple XP. Dude, yeah, it's gonna be nuts. Wait, I gotta actually greet it? Yo, okay, I'll take it. I mean, why not, right? Not like this helps anybody. But like a heroic item, I'll take it. Let me go and grab that. Let me go and yoink at a nice little tier piece upgrade real quickly. But hey, I'll take it. You know what? No Lego, but I'll probably get one tomorrow or next day. How did my healing do here? I actually did less healing by the end of it. I guess I was dead at the end, right? But me and Rayquaza. This is the guy who was in this group. Yeah, Reverend was the carry. Rayquaza was the other guy. But like, yo, 20 animals behind, and I'm keeping up with Rayquaza for most of those pulls. Right? I thought it was pretty good. So imagine 20 animals on this thing. Like, it's probably gonna be even better. But yeah, I really do. And I still can't get my damn... what's it called? The runes that I bought. Like, now I can get them. Only now. Thanks, Blizz. Alright, so either we need a helm, which I already have heroic of, shoulder, chest, pant, glove. I think I'm gonna do a crit haste one. Shoulder. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. We need to get both of them anyway. But that'll work. Probably do some gold from in the hunter. Yeah, might as well, man. I was thinking maybe do some leveling in SOD. There's a nice little upgrade there. That's another thing that I wanted to talk about today, man, is SOD stuff. Because they're doing... I'm actually going to cover that real quick. If you guys are going to be playing SOD or thinking about playing SOD or planning on playing SOD, like, they are buffing the hell out of it. And you might want to, like, if you were thinking about getting in, if you want to thinking about trying it, like, this would be a nice once the buff once the buff is active. It's gonna be definitely worth doing it. Let me show you. So it's not in yet, but I guess it's coming out soon. So one of the things they're gonna be doing for SOD is an XP buff. They wanted to do one for like next phase, but they realized that a lot of people are playing and they want to play alts and try different builds and stuff. So they're just gonna buff it by like from 50%, which was like there for until level 25. They're just going to install one on March 5th with maintenance. They're going to add a Discovery Delights XP buff where you just gain 100% more XP from 1 to 39. So like, I guess the next phase you're going to have a slower leveling, but they're just going to make it 100% fast. So like, wait until March 5th, man. Wait until next week. But they wanted to give it eventually, like for the 1 to 39 when phase 3 came out, but they're merely moving it before the next phase. To a midpoint of the current phase. So it tells us we're like in the midpoint of this phase. So I guess it's like only what, been a month maybe or two. So I guess it's going to be another month before the next phase is out, but they're just moving it earlier. They also make it so that getting your mount at level 40 is going to cost less, like half the cost, which is nice. Like normally you have to pay 100 gold. Now it's going to be 50. So it's going to be more than feasible to get it. And they're also buffing all of the quests and the lower brackets. So it's also going to be really nice too. So yeah, overall, very, very good buff. If you're thinking of playing SOD, just wait until like March 5th. And then like make a character and start playing. Because 100% faster XP rates, I mean, you're going to be flying through levels ridiculously quickly. But yeah, that's another thing that I wanted to cover, but we kind of went into class talents for too long today. And it's 9, dude. It's 9. I gotta go. It's 9. I should have gotten some food or something. I don't have a raid tonight at the very least, so that's nice. But yeah. When is this set up for? March? I can say for March 3rd. When is that? Is that Sunday? Oh, is it gone? Okay. Weird. Okay, I'm actually gonna go, boys. I'm actually gonna go. I need to get some food, man. I didn't realize I was streaming for this long. But Hero Talents, very excited for those. SOD stuff should be really good. I guess SOD is like not really in the playable condition until next week, and then you can start playing alts and have some fun with that. And mounts and everything should be cheaper too, so that's gonna be nice. But yeah. Thank you all for coming by. I appreciate you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. Hope all of you enjoyed. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Probably gonna do some gold farming and then funnel gold into Shaman Warlock. Yeah, might as well. Might as well. Just on your level 40s and farm gold and Feralus questing. I guess it's Feralus levels. What is the level bracket for Feralus? I don't know, man. I honestly think at this point, because they're increasing the amount of gold you make on alts too. Honestly, I feel like leveling a bunch of characters while getting gold 2 for 2 might be the play, because they're gonna scale the amount of gold you get per quest by a lot. Just so those characters can afford a mount and have more than enough gold to like get consumables and just swim in gold. So I feel like honestly farming gold on a main may be less valuable than leveling plus getting gold from quests. I think that might be a better one, right? Because one, you get to play multiple characters, you get to get all these runes, and 2, you just get gold. You can send them to main if you want to. How do you find Holy Paladin in your opinion? They're fun, Kyle. When it comes to healing on them, I feel like there's a bit of a disconnect when it comes to like using your addon ability. And I feel like Paladin healing is like, it's decent spot healing, but it never feels like you could just top a group easily. It feels like you're just constantly maintaining the health bars little by little, but it never really feels like as good as some of the other healers where you could just like, you could really work up, set up a bunch of buffs, and then everybody's just max. Everybody's topped. And I feel like those other healers feel more satisfying from that direction. Like Pally overall HPS, I guess it's okay. And the DRs you provide with Diva Aura and AM is good. Like it's, people want it in the guild, people want it in raids. But it just, the healing doesn't feel nearly as satisfying. It just like, it feels like you're just doing like, it's great spot healing, but that's really about it. It doesn't feel like you could really like top somebody with a single holy shot crit or anything, you know? Nowadays, like holy shot crits are like what, maybe 80k heals? Like what does my heals go for? That run. Like Beacon is good. Glimmer of Light maybe can crit for 124. I don't even know how that does it. Usually it's 66 hits. Holy Shocks are 44 and crits 86, and everybody has like 1,000,000 health. It just feels like not nearly as good. Like a Word of Glory, like maybe can give a solid heal, but it's like, it just feels like it's a combination of Holy Shocks, Flash of Lights, Glimmer, Word of Glory to really top somebody, so you can work the health bar back up into a healthy state. But it doesn't feel nearly as like strong as some of the other classes. Like Evoker with a single like Verdant, and you set it up, you can just top somebody or top a bunch of people once you set it up. It just feels super satisfying. It's all right. It's fun from a DPS, like from a damage perspective, like healing dungeons and stuff. The amount of damage you can bring while also healing your allies, I think it feels good. But it used to feel very punchy. And I just feel like over the last few patches in Dragonflight, it just started to feel less and less punchy. I'm also not a big fan of the tier set. Like, it's fine where it's like Glimmer of Light dissipates or is refreshed. You put a hot on people and you can get a bunch of hots, and I guess you just want to keep glimmering people. but it just doesn't feel like I said, not as like punchy as it used to be. It doesn't just feel like you could just top somebody, right? Like other healers would be able to put HOTS or maintain or whatever. The Paladin felt like it was just like you were always bursty. If somebody's low, burst heal him, you're fine. Low, you're fine. Low, you're fine. And then just like that's all you would do. Pop cooldowns and just make sure everybody's fine. But now it doesn't feel like everybody's fine. It feels like they all got a hot rolling and you just gotta let it like tick up. It just makes you feel like too sustainy. Never really bursty. And sometimes people get spiked with damage and it's just like, I don't know, you just feel like, oh, somebody got spiked, you're fine, you're okay, just don't do that again. Nowadays it's like they got spiked, I'm like, unless I can get a couple of flash of lights, holy shock and a word of glory, you better not take a hit for next 3-4 seconds, otherwise you actually are gonna die. And it's like that terror I don't like, you know what I mean? How does Kingsbane work? Does it deal more damage when using Venom after you use it? Yeah, so like we basically want to use Envenom and have a pre-Envenom rolling. Kingsbane, Envenom makes it so you're more likely to reapply poisons, and every time you have a poison reapplication, Kingsbane just does more damage. So every time you reapply your weapon poisons, Kingsbane damage over time just grows. And it goes really, really quickly every single time you reapply. You also want to shiv towards the last tail end, or even if you can't, if you have 2 shifts, you want to shift for both the full duration of Kingsbane, because that will just be amped, the entire thing. The initial hit, and then the damage afterwards. Or if you don't have like 2 shifts, only have 1, shiv for the last 8 seconds of Kingsbane, because that's where like when the Kingsbane damage over time is the strongest. Every single tick just has like all that damage rolling, and you want to envenom as much as you can during Kingsbane. You don't really want to be refreshing your dots. I mean, if they're about to fall off, like you have to, but ideally you just want to be envenoming and keeping that rolling the entire time. But like once you play around with it, once you get like more comfortable with it, yeah. Like I just did 546 on a chain dummy with it. I was wondering why I did so much. Use Shiv too. Yeah, if you have 2 charges of Shiv, you could use it like before you Kingsbane, I think you Envenom, Shiv, Kingsbane, and then you'll just chain one during the last 8 seconds. But if you just have 1 charge, use it during the last 8 seconds of Kingsbane. If you need a weak aura, or if you want to get a weak aura that helps you with it, let me show which one I use. I want to see if I can find it. Wow, weak auras. Because there's a good one that I like a lot. It tells you exactly when to refresh. Has like a little dial, a little like number to it, and it's just solid. And it's only just for that mechanic. Just for the Kingsbane. If I can find it. Where is it? It's like a circle thing. Maybe I just type in Kingsbane in the search. Kingsbane. Kingsbane. Where are you? There we are. Cool. Yeah, so this is the one that I have. Let me show what it looks like. Right? It tells you like exactly what you should be doing, like for PvE content. It can work for PvP too, but like it doesn't like track it super well. But let's say like I'll just get like my dots in, my poisons in. Am I the right build? No, I'm not. Raid ST. Let's just go Raid ST just so I can go like full poison thing. I'm probably not gonna play like perfectly, but it's okay. I just want to like show you what it will look like. The weak R specifically. I don't even know if that's the right setup. Might be okay. But yeah, you just get your dots up. You get a slice and dice rolling too. Ideally, you'll get your Envenom rolling. Okay, that messed up. Okay, whatever. My Envenom is all all kinds of messed up. My macro broke. Let me fix that real quick. Just because I won't be able to press Envenom otherwise. Here we go. But yeah, ideally you just like put up dots, right? Make sure everything is rolling. Get a slice and dice rolling too. And you'll Envenom. I believe you want to shift first. Right? Pretty sure you do. And then you'll Kingsbane. And it basically just keeps you like running like where your Kingsbane is at. It'll tell you when to shiv. But you kind of want to have an empty global ready for it. It'll tell you when to vanish if you're running the master, what is it? Crit chance, Master Assassin. Just so the ability can actually get like the most amount of crit value out of it. And I think I would need to see like the overall. See if I can check the overall maybe. I think I messed up somewhere, but yeah, it would help. I use the CurseForge, been really good lately. I get on a CurseForge, I've been looking for a good one. So it's not a weak, it's not an add-on, it's just a weak aura. If you want to get a weak aura, it'll be this thing. That's what I'm using. I wonder if there's an add-on on CurseForge for Kingsbane. CurseForge Kingsbane add-on. Okay, Warcraft add-ons. I'll just write Kingsbane. Kingsbane. There's nothing for Kingsbane. Yeah, no add-on for it, but there's a weak aura. What's the pro stat of assassination? Like prior stat? It's not haste. That's for sure. I believe right now it is mastery. Critical strike. Versatility is not amazing. I think it's mastery crit right now, with mastery being better. Mastery just a little bit stronger than crit. But crit is good for like the resources and column points. You want a little bit of haste, but like not a lot. Let me just double check. Because I haven't really rated on this thing in a good bit. Ever since I swapped over to subtlety for rating. Subtlety doesn't need PI, which is why we went as a guild. Mostly subtlety for single target than Assas, but Assas still good. Stat-wise, Whisper. What do you tell me? What do you say, Whisper? What is the best stat? Whisper still says stats are going to be mastery equals to or better than crit, equal to haste, equal to versa. So I guess haste is a little bit better. It used to be like you want no haste at all, but I guess for this spec in single target, maybe it's a bit different. It doesn't change in any way either. It used to be mastery or crit heavy, and like haste was nothing, but I guess now you kind of do want a little bit of it. Or maybe it's changed because of sanguination. But that'll be the best stats. Mastery for sure. Crit equal to haste. Versatility is the only stat you want to avoid. So I probably should go a little bit more like haste heavy, shouldn't I? I feel like I have way too much Versa. Yeah, you would want to swap this ring out for sure. I guess you would do this. And this. No, this. Here we go. It's a lot better. I think I wanted a toxic, right? Pretty sure. Mastery. Yeah, that would do it. Oh, it already has a gem in there. Never mind. I guess that's how I would want to do it. Or like this. Yeah, that'll probably be the better combination. So I have just a little bit more haze than normal. Yeah, I think that'll probably do it. So more or less, I guess it would be just like I said, put up dots, get a slice and dice rolling. You don't even need like a long slice and dice or anything. As long as you can shiv at the right time, you'll be chilling. I also probably should potioned. But yeah, that should give you a decent like go window. Yeah, my overall damage is gonna be a little funky, isn't it? Unless I catch a reset. I think if I catch a reset, it might be a little bit better. Maybe. I don't think I set up my Kingsbane properly. I don't think I was able to use it instead of my dance window. I think I messed that part up a little bit. Normally it would be a lot higher, but like 400k, it's an okay number. Not great, but it's an okay number. Unless Detail's just not tracking it. Details might not even be tracking it properly because I'm like having to like reset and vanish on a train dummy. Or maybe it is. I don't even know. No, it looks like it's... Or is it? I don't even know. It might be missing something. It's a little bit easier to like actually see the full damage in like an actual encounter. When it comes to trained dummies, it can just like break. But yeah, that's more or less the gist of it. As you can see, like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do it properly. It's been a second. It's been a bit. Last time I played Assassin, like, it's been PvP, and I just been PvPing with Cold Blood Kingsbane combo, which has been a lot of fun. But like the PvE window is a little different. The train dummies resets. Yeah, it's. I wish it was like a good. Like, I wish they made a train dummy that function like a boss where vanishing doesn't break your details or whatever, right? Doesn't actually take you out of combat. Like an environment, right? Let's say like you go into environment and as soon as you get in combat, you stay in combat to simulate a raid environment. So like if you have a details add-on or damage tracker add-on, it doesn't break there. But let's say like when you walk past a certain line, then you're out of combat and you catch a normal reset and whatever. I think that'd be really cool. Like whatever they do more within, which they're going to add more areas with train dummies. They always do with every expansion. Like I hope they add one that can do like more of this, like, you know, you can really test stuff out. Because it happens to Evoker all the time too. Like Evoker, and because of the time that it takes for you to get your empowerment abilities like all the way to full sometimes, right? Because of the way empowerment abilities work, there's like a break where sometimes you just like channel in to get it up to a number. It can actually drop you out of combat, and then your details just can't really track things properly because it keeps thinking you're resetting combat, but you're in combat. You're trying to hit a train dummy, trying to test the damage. You're just like trying to get your abilities there as fast as possible. How the drops in the vault today? Pretty solid. I mean, the Rogo, they got best in slot stuff. All the other characters got like item level increases, so that's pretty good. I've also been working on my just maintaining my Rogue in terms of their drops. Nothing crazy because Rogue is best in slot for the most part, unless I just started gearing for Assassin Subtlety, which I started doing more for Subtlety recently. Mage is another character I've been putting a lot of work into, but like other alts have been kind of dormant, but also been kind of flip-flopping between like videos and stuff like that, and not really working on my alts nearly as heavily. But right now I am like mostly investing most of the time when I do play an alt. It was Evoker for a good bit, and then I started investing more time into the Mage recently. And maybe I'll start putting work into whoever gets the legendary. It's probably going to be like my focus alt for a good bit. But yeah, the characters that do have a box open, they got pretty good with stuff. They got pretty decent stuff. It's okay. I watched one of your videos for years and never seen you live. You're not what a picture, but I'm pleasantly surprised. Hey, Squishy, appreciate that. I'll take the compliment, dude. I'll take that any day. But yeah, I'm going to call it here, boys. Tomorrow, I think we'll do another stream. I didn't expect to be streaming for this long, this late. But yeah, we'll come back tomorrow. We'll do stuff. I guess I did start a little bit late today because of the project or whatever. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for like the regular stuff. What you know, I'll doing one once. Yeah, dude, Crux. We're doing them Friday and Saturday. Friday EU and Saturday NA if you want to join them. Planning for tomorrow's? I don't know, man. I'll have to think about it because I think we're just kind of in a waiting state with like patch 10.6 up until March, from what they told us. And then War Within, which is going to be March or April. So we'll probably like hop on, do like alt stuff. Maybe SOD, because I've been playing SOD here and there, but like, I don't know, man. I've been just mostly playing SOD like as a casual thing. Maybe like once they get like an XP buff in SOD, we'll revisit it again. We'll figure something out. I usually find something to do. I'm sure like once March comes around, there's going to be a lot more stuff happening, a lot more stuff going on, because like new patch, PTR, Season 4 stuff is going to be in PTR too, so that'll be fun to take a look at pretty regularly. We'll find something to do. We usually do. But it's kind of like a waiting game. You know what? Tomorrow they might even release like the full list of trading post stuff for March, because it is getting pretty close to it. Because what? This month resets on the 29th, so tomorrow I'll probably release it. Thursday, then midnight, and then Friday, trading post stuff and all that. That'll probably be okay too. But yeah, thank you all, boys, for coming by. Appreciate you. We'll find something to do tomorrow, but yo, I gotta get some food. I gotta just chill for a bit. I might do some alt stuff real quick. Maybe I'll do more heroics, see if I can get the Lego. Try potentially maybe get into a group for a heroic or a normal. I'll let you guys know if I get a Lego. If we get a Lego, that's what we're doing tomorrow, dude. It's just grinding out the Lego, doing whatever we can to get as much progress of it done as we can, just so we can properly create one, properly work for one. But yeah, thanks so much. You guys are awesome. I'll catch you guys all in the next stream. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty. Peace.